Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Monsters Network. I'm your host, delighted and excited, Eddie V, and of course, joining me once again, back in the building, it's Bossman himself, the one, the only, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir. Yes.
Ed, you're way too excited. You gotta calm down. I'm just kidding.
Can't help it. It's been 2 weeks that we haven't.
Yeah, not enough time. Not enough time off from you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm still tired, but you know, that's just being an adult now. You're just tired until you die, and then it's infinite sleep. So.
Oof, goodness, you're talking about tired. Yeah, there's a lot that has happened, everybody, on my side and over in my area. Yeah, Corey, you're back from vacation.
I am.
And
still here.
And I am planning my vacation.
Are you?
For PAX West. Yes, for Seattle.
PAX West isn't a vacation.
To me, it is. I'll be away from work.
I hope you get stuck sitting next to someone who smells terrible, like I did last year.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Shoot, I just wonder how the airport is going to be looking. Get in there.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that. I'm not going to PAX West. The plan was to go to East and not West this year, but West is. I really wish I could have made it somewhere this year, but I just didn't. Too many games was this weekend in Philadelphia, which I kind of want to start going there too because it's. I don't know. It seems to be growing in popularity on the East Coast. So.
Which one?
Too many games.
Oh, too many games.
So,
my one of my friends, he's from Philly, and he has family still there. I'll have to check it out. So many games.
Yeah, and then the Cleveland show that never replies to me when I ask them how to do things. Is in September this year, I think. So,
ooh,
Cleveland Gaming Classic, I think is what it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but it's there's a lot of people that usually go there. There's a lot of like voice actors and people that go there too. So there's a really big Mortal Kombat presence there a couple years ago. I remember.
Nice. Yeah, I know we had our Midwest Classic here, but like every time I want to go to it, I can never find the dates for it, and then it just ends up happening, and I'm like, oh well, shoot, if I would have known the dates, I would have took time off to go see it.
Yeah, these smaller cons don't do a great job of advertising, like at all.
Yeah, I know there's
Astro should do something about that.
I know there's an anime one that's happening next month, and I kind of want to go, or like just for one day and just look around, talk to some of the people, probably get some interviews because they do have some video games there. So I kind of want to see if there's like any indie games or people making their own anime stuff. Like kind of just want to look at it, go check it out. And stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying going to special events and stuff.
Yeah, it's the flight, man. That's the killer. I'm just not used to flying anymore. Honestly, that's what killed me at PAX West was like, look, the hour plane ride to Boston is not a big deal, right? It's fine, but like that 6-hour flight to Seattle is like, it's brutal, man. Also, like the plane was the last time I was there, the plane was hot and I sat next to somebody who smelled like they never wiped after they went to the restroom ever. So, so there was that. And that took a lot out of me. So, anyways, enough about terrible things. Yes. Let's talk about terrible things. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, unrelated to Nintendo Pow Block, everybody. Shout out to Xbox. Shout out to Microsoft, because they.
I wouldn't be saying that. I wouldn't be saying that when this comes out on Monday, because they're really laying off 500 people next week.
I know, I understand that, but I'm giving them a shout out because I'm like, they are like in business mode with so many stuff that they got planned. New console, VR headset.
Very exciting for Xbox. So yeah, well, maybe that'll be our expansion pass topic this week, because I have a lot of thoughts on that, Ed. I genuinely have a lot of thoughts on that, and I kind of want to talk about it. So you can finish your shout out, but I do want to talk about that.
So I'm giving them more of a shout out is because it kind of feels like ever since their Xbox Game Showcase, they have been talkative. So they're getting, it looks like they're getting a lot of info out for people to keep like, hey, this is us as Xbox. These are the moves that we're making, and we want to continue making them. We want to be, I'm not going to say transparent, but we want to give you guys a heads up on what we're doing before we go, go down, and get our business stuff together and games and stuff out and everything. So they're kind of just like, that they're taking that motto, this is an Xbox, to, they're like fulfilling that phrase and everything. So I'm just saying, like, shout out to them for, really putting stuff out there and everything.
Yeah.
Now
they're doing something. I mean, they're doing really interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the layoffs aside, I depending on what happens with those, I will understand some of the cuts, but again, it depends. It depends on if these rumors are true or not about who and what divisions they're cutting. So we can talk about that later, though. I don't really want to say things before it happens, because just don't want to do that.
We won't know anything. It's just rumor at this time, so take it with a grain of salt until we get confirmation. So but with that, Corey, we're gonna get into this housekeeping. Because I don't think we're gonna have much of Nintendo. Well, we probably will, but man, playing with Power, I got some games that I want to talk about.
Good, because I don't.
Okay,
I wish I did, but I just haven't. So,
well, everybody, this is Nintendo Pow Block, the Nintendo podcast for Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network. We record each and every episode live on Twitch, YouTube, and X or Twitter every Saturday night. So come hang out, be a part of the conversation in the live chat, and give us a follow while you're there. If you'd like to support Boss Rush, you can check out our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network, where you can gain early access, gain early and exclusive access to content like the Nintendo Pow Block 1-Up Patreon show and Expansion Pass, become a Patreon producer, and more. As always, if you can support us financially or join us live, your listenership and viewership is enough for us. Subscribe to Boss Rush on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an episode. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, consider leaving us a 5-star rating and a review or a comment. It will help with discoverability and growth. New episodes post every Monday morning on podcast apps, YouTube, and our website on bossrush.net, where you can also find our daily banters, reviews, listicles, and more. I just want to let you guys know that I am getting some more interviews done, editing. So hopefully you guys will be able to read that, and everything. I know the game Fretless is coming out in a couple of weeks. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go to
Is that game finally
bossfish.net.
coming out?
Yeah, they pushed it. They pushed
Dang.
it out to July 8th, I think.
Dang. I just remember we saw it at PAX last year, and then Stephanie ended up interviewing them.
Yeah.
Which check out that spotlight, everybody. Head to YouTube and check out the spotlight. It's a good one. But yeah, it's I don't know. I thought that game was out already.
So it was supposed to come. It was supposed to come out, the week after PAX that we got, when we got back, and so I started working on their on an interview that I had with them because I played the game and started working on the interview. In the midst of finishing the interview, of writing it and edit, getting it all edited, they announced that it got delayed. They said they needed more time to get it polished. So they was going to move it to July 8th. So I had to change part of, this is behind the scenes, everybody. I had to change the, some of the things in the article so it could, reflect that the game got delayed, and everything. Yeah, because it was supposed to come like that. It was when we got back from PAX. It was supposed to be out within 2 weeks after we played the game. So yeah, but they announced July 8th. So people go play that now. I mean, people could get that game when it drops July 8th. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad the game's kind of finally coming out.
Yeah, and I know Stephanie has a new interview out.
She has a bunch. She has a bunch of interviews out. So we have. Hold on, let me get there real quick. The last couple of weeks, she's interviewed Imaginary Lab, which is the studio. I forget what that game is called. Sorry, I'm just looking real quick. The studio Imaginary Lab to discuss their upcoming game, World Light, No Time to Trip. So that one's out. Starvania Studio, who did Bahamut and the Walk Tree. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Stephanie's currently playing that too. She really likes it. So those are out. Beautiful Bee with about their game Strings Theory, and the interview with Planetary Core Games, who developed the mobile game Academy of Super Pets, is also out. So,
and that's the hoodie that I brought from them. I think I got like a free code with them. But I seen their booth on the last day of PAX when I was about to leave and everything. And they had just announced that on that day that they had just released their game. So I congratulated them and bought some merch from them. Because I wanted to support them in that way. And when I seen that Stephanie interviewed them, I was just like, oh, this is super cool. I'm like, I got to I didn't get to talk to them, but I got to congratulate them on the release of their game. So and I think that's cool, being able to tell the team of developers that definitely indies, that since their game is out, just giving them congratulations.
Yeah. I need to get back on that horse too. It's I've been slacking, so we'll get there in time, I guess. But I have some things people I want to reach out to, so we're gonna get there.
Yes. Well, Corey, how about we get into Nintendo? No.
I'm just kidding. I suppose we can do that. So all I've kind of had is like vacation food, which for the most part was really good. Anybody, we went to Hilton Head this this past week, well, 2 weeks ago, I guess at this point. And it was really fun. We got a whole bunch of food. Let me tell you about a couple things that were really good, Ed. So the first night we got there, we went down to like the food place within the resort. And we got this I forget what the name of it was, but it was like a club sandwich and sweet potato fries. Dude, this club sandwich, like the turkey was like really, it felt like they had like sliced it right in front of us. And the bacon was crispy and the cheese was really like just really good. The bread was like really thick and fresh. And then we got sweet potato fries, and like I was like, I'm on vacation. I'm gonna be experimental, even though I don't really like sweet potatoes all that much. Dude, these sweet potato fries were really good. Like to the point where we had them 2 more times on the vacation.
You just ordered it as like a side snack in the sense.
Yeah. Well, no, every time we ate at the resort, we were just like, we got to get the sweet potato fries. And it was really good.
Oh, because I'm assuming that it came with a meal.
No, it came with the meal. I just, I was like, we got to make sure we get that. Sweet potato fries are really good. Got to get them.
Nice.
And then the one of the other things we got was, so I used to go to Hilton Head with our family friends when I was younger, quite a bit. And so there's this pizza place down there called Giannino's, right? No, Giuseppe's? No, Giannino's. Oh, one of those Italian G names. And every time we go down there, we would get that pizza. And so I was like, I was like, I wonder if it's still there. I kind of really want it. And we ended up, getting pizza from another place because of just a situation of how to get to to the good pizza place. And it was not very good. It was like the crust was like too thick and greasy, and the cheese was like too thick and not melted right. Like it was just like a weird pizza. And then my kids wouldn't eat it because the pepperoni wasn't crispy and there wasn't enough of it. It was just a weird thing. It was like okay at best, in my opinion.
Kind of like you really have to be drunk or you got to be on some substances.
I mean, I'm just going to tell you, it was not worth the price of admission. But then a couple nights later, we went to this the good pizza place, and oh my gosh, it was the best pizza I've had in so long. That's not New York pizza, dude. It like the crust was like not thin crust, but like kind of thin and crispy. The sauce was like seasoned perfect. The pepperoni was like spicy, a little bit spicy. The cheese was like, there wasn't a lot of cheese, but it was like melted just perfect. And,
they give you that like that kind of stretch.
No. I mean, so I'm weird and don't really like cheese, like a lot of cheese on things. I know that's weird. I know people love cheese, but like, and I like cheese too on things, but pizza, I like cheese, but like if there's a lot, it's like gonna kind of not be good. But like, so this cheese was just like, it was just melted perfect. It had like a little bit of that brown, like almost burnt.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of it, but just enough to where like, oh, this cheese clearly bubbled here, and the bubble got burnt. That kind of cheese. and there's a lot of that crispy, like really crispy pepperoni. Oh man, it was so good, man. It was
kind of like
really
that
good.
tombstone, or
I've never had Tombstone pizza, so I don't know.
oh, because I'm trying to think of like when you get that pepperoni crispness is almost like bacon crispness, but it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yes.
just thinner.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
then oh, that is the perfect.
It was like so
Oh,
crispy that like you could see little waves in the edges of the pepperoni.
yes, yes, yes.
Oh, dude, it was
Oh,
so good.
dude, that is the best. I love when my pepperoni is like that because I'm like, it just makes the flavor of the pizza so good.
Dude, it was so good. I can't recommend it enough. So I got that. We got that, and then dude, I got one of the man. There's two other things I need to talk about. I forgot about the other one.
Go ahead.
So the second night we still ate at the resort again. So like Sana got something that's, you know, good for you, like a salad or something. I ended up getting the fried green tomato BLT. Let me tell you about this sandwich, Edward. Let me tell you about this. Okay.
Get away.
Imagine a grilled cheese. Okay.
One of my faves.
But the cheese was like shredded cheese.
Yes.
But then they put like almost like something like it had to be like breadcrumbs or something in it, right? Like they had to put something like that in the cheese, and it was almost like mac and cheese consistency, but it wasn't macaroni and cheese, right? It was I don't exactly know what was going on with it, but it wasn't exactly mac and cheese, but it was
kind of
that consistency,
that liquid thickness a little bit.
No,
Not
there
so
was like there was something in the cheese, like
the cheese.
like,
Okay,
but I don't know what it was, but it was like this weird mac and cheese consistency, but not mac and cheese.
Okay.
But let me tell you, Ed, on this grilled cheese, a chipotle aioli, some really really thick, crispy pieces of bacon, and a lot of it, not just like two pieces, but like probably like 5 or 6 of like really thick, crispy bacon. Obviously some lettuce, but like then there was 2 like really thin cut fried green tomatoes that I wasn't sure if I was going to like or not. And let me tell you, man, it was really good.
It's a new dimension of taste.
Yeah. The cheese was a little much for me. But the rest of it was like, oh my gosh, if you would have just put like a regular slice of like Kraft singles on here, it would have been perfect. But I understand that.
Was it melted? Was the cheese melted? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It was I couldn't tell you what was in it, man. I just don't know. But the sandwich was good, and like it was that thick, crunchy toast, and but then Ed, let me tell you, one night my wife got this chicken sandwich and it looked really good. And she's like, "Oh, well, I think we're going to eat here tomorrow too. So you might as well just eat that. You might as well just get that tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, okay." I had a quesadilla that wasn't very good. But the next night from the same place, I got this, what they called a crispy chicken sandwich. I was like, okay, well, it's just called a crispy chicken sandwich. Sweet potato fries, of course. Let me tell you about this crispy chicken sandwich, Edward.
Uh-oh.
Dude, you know, like a good crispy chicken sandwich from like Wendy's or something, how thick that is?
Yes.
Imagine if that was twice as thick and had a little bit of a spicy breading on it. Not like a spicy chicken sandwich, but just like this really crispy, crunchy breading that had a little bit of a spice to it.
Oh, like a little bit kick.
Yeah. But and like, dude, and it was like that almost, like when you kind of fry a piece of chicken or whatever and it gets real dark, but not quite burnt. It was that.
Yes.
It was that with like this chipotle mayonnaise on it, and on a bun with this kind of spicy looking or spicy tasting like coleslaw, like homemade coleslaw. Dude, the food down there was like, the consistency of how good the food was down there every single day was like amazing.
I kind of feel like, I wonder if I would have cut into that sandwich, you could just hear it like crackle.
Oh, dude, you could hear it crackle when you took a bite of it. Like when you bit down, you could just hear the crunch of the breading, but then like the thick juiciness of the chicken.
Oh yeah, then they got some professionals cooks there, or some hood cooks, because I'm just like, even my mouth was watery.
It was so good, man. So good. I'm like itching for more of that food. It makes me like, I'm almost going to be disappointed when we go on our next vacation and that food's not there. So, but it was really fun. And, we kind of walked around all the little shops and stuff, and Miles got some trucks and some, he's really into like excavators and like dirt movers and stuff. And so we got a lot of that going on. So he bought, like, my dad gave the kids both $20 to spend on vacation, just, whatever. And he's like, buy yourself a t-shirt. And then they ended up buying, like, they bought toys with it, which is fine, whatever, I don't care. Not everybody likes t-shirts, especially like the nasty ones, and those, like, all of our shirts are $10, but you can buy one, get one half off, and they're like that really crusty material that just, the vacation shirt you buy and you wear once and then you never wear it again. It sits in your closet until you donate it to Goodwill 20 years later. So where was I going with that? Oh, my daughter bought she's really into the animal, the axolotl. I don't know if you know what that is or not. It's a little water salamander. Don't look them up. So here's the thing. The real ones are like the ugliest creatures in the world, right? But every single stuffed animal or toy of these things, it's like the cutest looking thing ever. Imagine a Ditto Pokemon who looked at basically a lizard and a fish at the same time, and then tried to turn into both at the same time, and it just didn't work out. That's wow. These things look like. So, was there anything else?
How did she find out? How did she find out about it?
About what?
That animal. Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's been obsessed with them since, I don't know. She was going to like Mommy and Me, and when she was like 3 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I just looked at my clock, so I said o'clock. Since she was like 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she loves them, dude. She has them like all over her room. She has stickers on like her desk and a lot of stuffed animals, and she loves axolotls. So
that's cool.
Yeah, this one's got, it's like a purple, teal, pink kind of tie-dye colored sort of one. So it's been fun. It was fun. She really liked it.
But she hasn't seen one like in real life, right? Not yet.
No, we have. We've seen them in real life in like fish tanks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, a lot of people have them as pets, but I'm not having a lizard. I'm not having a lizard in this house, Ed. Especially one that can swim. Definitely not one that can swim, dude. If I'm like sitting on the toilet doing my business first thing in the morning and I'm just like out of it and they're a little lizard, no, pass. Nope, I'm out. So
I get just to see it just, you know, I don't know how it would get out of his tank or whatever, but I probably would have to laugh to be like, not just you sitting down somewhere and it's just moving slowly right past you, minding its own business, just like, how did you? And your eyes just follow it and just be like, yeah, this ain't gonna work for us.
But that's all I'm going to talk about today. I also had really good Chipotle tonight. It was, dude, it's the best Chipotle I had in years, I think.
I had some Friday. I had to do double duty at work. One of the managers called off. Don't know why. So I had to leave. The store that I was at, I had to leave early and come to my store to close. Once again, it's a long story. And then just more craziness happened this week, last week, but we'll get into that. Yeah, but I had Chipotle also Friday.
Chipotle is good. Look, when Chipotle is good, it's like the best food in the entire world. But it's been so, at least here, it's been so few and far between for like amazing Chipotle. It's, I don't know. It's to the point where like I'm shocked if it's good, like better than just good, right?
Right.
So, oh man, the Chipotle honey chicken though, it's really good. I have to say though, Ed, I gotta stop eating like trash because dude, I was doing so good and now I'm just like not.
Yeah. You got to get back on track.
Yeah, man, I got to do something. So
I believe you could do it.
I mean, I can.
You're committed and determined. I think you can do it.
Well, committed and determined is a questionable action at this point.
Is that some real questionable content?
It's something. But yeah, I gotta get back on the I gotta get back on the wagon because I fell off hard every time there's good food around. I just got to put it in my mouth, and it's not good. So, I mean, the food's good, but what it's doing to my body is not good.
Speaking of Chipotle, they have that ranch avocado Chipotle dip.
Oh yeah, it's new. I think. New.
Yeah, I may try it next time I order Chipotle because it's like $1 or something. I was just like, okay, this is dip, so I'm very like, ew. But I think I'll give it a try. Reported it next time. Is that all, Corey?
Yeah, spent a lot more time on Snack Tendo than I wanted to or anticipated, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, for me, I didn't really, nothing like really new. Today I went and got some I got some sushi and not a poke bowl, but like a salmon bowl. It's like salmon just on top of rice and then cucumbers and stuff. So I got that. Got some drinks and everything from Tensuke. It's my Japanese restaurant that I go to. I got a salmon kind of dinner from Texas Roadhouse. I kind of just wanted to try something different. They were packed when I went in there. I was like, oh wow. But the salmon was really good. They um the dressing that they had, or the sauce that they had, was like really good. It had like, it kind of tastes like a ranch dill kind of mix up. But it was supposed to be like tartar sauce, and I was just like, this is interesting, but it was really really good. I was just like, okay, I'm down for this. Um, and of course, great bread, great mashed potatoes, and gravy, just like their size and stuff was really good too. So that's pretty much like all that I had. Nothing, no new drinks or no new snacks like snack cakes and stuff like that. Um, I had, well, I don't know if I talked about it. I did have this like butterscotch pecan Snickers flavor. It was okay. It wasn't all that and stuff. Like, oh, okay, that's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I had. Nothing major or
Nice.
anything. So,
Nice.
all right. And with that, everybody, it's time for Play with Power. Corey, how have you been playing with Power?
So I played, I was playing a lot of Mario Kart for a while. And then I played a little bit of Disney Dreamlight Valley, but it's one of those games, it seems it's one of those games that if you have it connected to other accounts, like I have it connected to my Xbox account and a PC account,
yes,
for cloud saves, it seems like if you do that, you have to check in once a week for online. So like I was playing it and then I couldn't save it at one point. So I was like, oh well, it's the Switch version. There's probably some sort of terrible bug that I stepped left when I shouldn't have, and so now it's messing up. But no, there's some sort of online thing where like, hey, you can't, if you can't check in, like we're gonna just pause until you can check in. I was like, oh, that's weird, but whatever. I don't know if that's really what happened, but that's what I was reading. So I and then they also introduced a new star path, which is the Peter Pan star path. I don't even know exactly what it's called, but it's time to start doing that. Although the items that's part of it aren't very good, so aren't very like appealing, at least. So I don't know if I'm going to or not. I might actually skip this one, unless there's like a theme park thing in it, right? I haven't really studied the pass, really. But unless there's like a theme park thing in it, I don't know if I'm going to spend the money on this one or not. But then, you know what I did on vacation, actually? I actually played Xbox through the cloud on my laptop. I took an Xbox controller with me. I plugged it in my laptop, went to xbox.com/play, signed in. I played Expedition 33 through the cloud for a little bit of time. And so I was actually impressed with the quality of the stream. Although the stream, I think, only runs at either 720p or 900p or something, and 30 frames a second. I didn't notice a lot of lag until I got into battle, and like the timing of the parries and the dodging were off like significantly, to the point where I was like, I'm not gonna like do too many hard battles here. I'm just gonna kind of go through and play a little bit and just try to not parry or dodge. I'll just try to like one shot everybody. But I did play through the cloud, and it actually worked really well. I was pleasantly surprised at how well it worked on terrible Wi-Fi in the hotel. So I played that, but that's kind of it. I'm in this weird pattern where like I want to keep playing Expedition 33, my new game plus run, but I also want to start playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and Donkey Kong is also coming out. So I feel like I need to prepare myself for that. Mm-hmm. So I'm just in this weird holding pattern again, waiting for the next game to play. So let's see. Oh, I did play a little bit of Breath of the Wild because I wanted to see the 60 frames mode.
Yeah.
And some more, and how it looked on the small screen as compared to the big screen. And dude, the Switch 1 games are getting boosts that are like really good. Also, Ed, I know you're a huge Bayonetta fan.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 3 apparently has gotten a significant boost on Switch 2.
Yeah, I heard that. Did it get a 60 frames? I think
it's so the game is uncapped, so it generates frames depending on how powerful your hardware is.
Okay.
So like if there's a lot going on the screen, it'll dip frames, but if you're kind of just running, it'll be somewhere between 30 and 60 running around the area, but like it's like a full 60 frames a second now.
Oh, nice.
I don't know about 1 and 2, but Bayonetta 3, man. If you were holding out on it, I want to go check that out now.
I'll have to pop in too, to see if that got an upgrade to 60, because like on Wii U, it was running. I think it was running at 60 on Wii U.
Yeah, it was 60 frames a second, but 720p I think was the big knock on it.
Okay, I'm not going to. Yeah. Okay.
So,
which I didn't mind, which I didn't mind the graphics, because it was mostly about if I have a good frame rate that's working, definitely with all this fast action and all of this stuff happening, then I would care more about that than how the game was running. I mean, how the game was looking.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So
yeah. So that was it's really cool to see that these I saw something else today got a really good boost for Switch 1 without actually having a boost for Switch 1. I forget what it is, but there's something.
I
wish I could remember what it was. I don't remember what it was.
The Link Awakening games I need to do,
yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I think I might have put it in the show notes. I don't think I did. Oh well, it's fine. But that's all I've been playing, so I'm not wasting any more time.
Okay. Well, for me, everybody, I finished Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Finally beat that game, and it does offer New Game Plus, so I might go back to that one. I was speaking to Corey earlier about Clear Obscure Expedition 33. I finally picked it up. I'm not far into the game. I don't have a full opinion about it yet and everything. At this point in time, I gotta play more. Not saying that I'm not feeling it. I'm very interested in playing more. I just was mentioning to Corey that, with the discussion of their turn-based game and Final Fantasy's turn-based, for me personally, I think I prefer Final Fantasy's turn-based, but I'm not mad at what Clear Obscure has for their turn-based. I am trying to work on the Purian. The dodging is easier than the Purian in a sense.
Yes, and that's 100% true.
Yeah, and I think I was thinking about this, Corey. I think there's no indication, because it's mostly about rhythm and timing. Like, yes, if you know where to hit. Huh?
It's about the pattern recognition.
Yeah, because, yeah. because there's no something like you kind of almost like an intuition kind of feel to it. Where I think when if you dodge, you could just like, okay, he's waiting. Okay, he's moving, dodge. You could get it. Where I think when they start doing like their full move set, like for like attacking like 3 or 4 times, you can't tell where or when the attack is gonna come. So you probably gotta like time it out, like be like 1, 2, okay, parry, and
Yeah,
do that.
there's a timing, there's a real timing thing, especially with weapons, right? Like if you study the enemies and their movements and their weapons, like
Yeah,
there are some very big tells, and like when they start swinging their weapons, and like, okay, when the weapon hits this point, it changes, when like during their swing, right? Say an enemy has a sword or something, or a
yeah,
hammer is kind of like the easiest one, right? But like,
mm-hmm.
okay, so here's the this enemy's doing this version of his hammer swing. Okay, so when it hits this moment in the swing, it's going to start swinging faster, and that's what I'm going to parry, is when he starts swinging it that way. Or there's the 2 quick slashes, so I got to be quick on the parries. But then they're going to do their slow overhead after these 2 swings, then I can do the parrying from there. So the parrying, actually, once you start unlocking the pictos and start applying them, and applying those moves to different characters and stuff,
Yeah,
like, parrying actually can get easier a little bit, and actually boost your, like, I mean, dude, parry, like doing a counter attack off of a parry, off of perfect parries, is like, man, that's where you do your real damage.
yeah. They it looks like they just double or triple the damage. Like it takes a lot off. You'd be like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
Because
So
I see some videos of some of their fights and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, have they bars gone?
yeah, so that's part of it. Uh, the the dodging is definitely for people who struggle with the parrying, and that's fine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the dodging is perfectly fine way to play through the game, unless you're going to go fight the secret bosses, or the mega bosses in New Game Plus, right? Like, you gotta learn how to parry then. But like, there's a lot of pictos that help players who like to prefer to dodge, like, gain AP off
Yeah,
of perfect dodge, or gain 15% heal off of a perfect dodge, or there's definitely ways to play as a dodger instead of a parrier. um so yeah, I know where you're at in the game. Keep playing. And
and I am.
no, I'm saying, like, I feel like the game really hits its stride. I would I would say when you meet a certain couple characters and
Character.
you unlock a couple characters, but
Mm-hmm.
also I would say the game really hits its stride when Act 2 starts, or towards the end of Act 1, when Act 2 starts. That's when the game, like, really turns into what people love about the game, I think. So,
Yeah, that's been the census of with a lot of people. It's just like
mhm,
when you get to like the end of Act 1 and then like Act 2 starts, everybody be like,
mhm,
okay, then that's what you get it, and everything.
yeah,
Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that I'm not feeling it or I'm not loving it or anything. I think it's where I'm at. Will still kind of be in the beginning. I'm trying to grasp what this game story is going to be. Um,
mhm,
for it, because it's just like it's a weird way on how they started, and so you don't really have no background of what is going on. And I'm assuming by the time it'll get to a certain point and it starts explaining what's going on. or like the history and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say just keep playing. It does a really good job of deceiving expectations, I would say. So we're gonna do a spoiler cast. Pat and I are talking about doing a spoiler cast with people from outside of Boss Rush as like a collaborative thing. So we'll let everybody know when that's coming. But dude, I've been itching to talk about this game with someone in a real way for so long that like I can like hardly contain myself at this point. It's so good. I cannot. I got my Expedition 33 shirt from the IGN store, and it's terrible quality. It's terrible quality. Would not recommend buying from the IGN store. And my whatever that second release of the special edition they called, I think it's called the Monolith Edition. Like it's coming soon, and they are talking about more merch, which we're gonna, and possibly a Switch 2 release, which we'll talk about later. But man, Ed, you got to keep playing, man. You have to keep playing. Especially as someone who appreciates art, Ed. Even if you feel like you aren't enjoying the game, turn it down to story mode. Turn it down to story mode and just power through it, because I think you're going to appreciate the story parts of it.
And I think that's I think that's where I'm still trying to get to. Like I said, I want to see what this game is about story wise. I think my thing about it is just probably maybe being like the parrying and blocking combat. And I see why a lot of people have been complaining about that, and why there's been so much discussion about, well, Square needs to implement this. And then I'm just like, I think Square has a better usage of the traditional turn-based. And in fact, like, Bravely Default kind of changed the turn-based system. Chrono Trigger kind of had its place in the turn-based system. So I think Square Enix themselves, they're known for traditional turn-based combat, and they've been improving it and adding some things for it. Where I think Expedition 33 does a great job with what they have. I think some things just could be fixed.
There's definitely problems with this game. I have a lot of, not a lot, but like there are definitely issues I have with this game. Like none of the, like, there's no mini map, there's no collectible checklist, there's no like quest log, right? There's no like, oh, well, you've done these quests, where's the next one, right? And like I understand that there are games that are worth doing things like that. I don't think a traditional-ish turn-based RPG is that. So also, by the way, side tangent, Square Enix they were talking about Expedition 33, and they realized like turn-based whatever, they were still saying they were committed to the traditional JRPG kind of whatever.
Yeah.
They were calling them menu-based menu something RPGs. They avoided the term JRPG so hard.
Square Enix.
They were calling them menu selection RPGs or something ridiculous. I was like, just call it a turn-based RPG or a JRPG. Like, I apparently, like, some Japanese developers are really turned off by the term JRPG.
They feel like it's a stereotype, because when they hear JRPGs, they're thinking of, it's, the girls are dressed sexy. There's just like different kind of stereotypes to it, and they just wonder, just because a role playing game comes from Japan, it's considered a JRPG, but no other game. Like if if a role playing game came out of France, like you wouldn't call Expedition FRPG because it came out from France and
It is
everything.
very
So
French though. That game is so French.
yeah, and so it's like you can't. It feels unfair to the developers in Japan who make a RPG that they get considered as a JRPG, but when there is no other when RPGs come from any other place in the world, they don't get that state or that country added to their name. So they're trying to avoid that. They kind of think it's unfair and a little bit, I won't say dehumanizing, but it should be called a role playing game and everything. So.
Yeah, I guess. I just I mean, it doesn't bother me that they are. It just we've called them JRPGs for so long that it just kind of feels like yeah.
And I've been trying my best. Hopefully I've been doing a good job of just calling them RPGs.
Yeah, I think obviously that's just an old term, right? Like JRPG or whatever, but like there's so many different types of RPGs now, like because like even when you say or turn-based RPG, like are you talking about a like a D&D old school BioWare RPG? Are you talking about, what I mean? There's a bunch of turn-based ones too. So I don't know. Anyways, not important. Nobody cares.
But but I've been playing Robots at Midnight. It finally is out on Xbox.
Oh yeah, it is out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird on how the game got released because it took a while to actually find out a date when they was going to release it. When I was at PAX, I got to speak to one of the handlers who remembered me. She actually remembered us both, Corey. That we talked to Daniel for Finish Line Games and stuff. And she told me about that. The game was complete, but now it was in the hands of the publisher and everything. So I was just like, oh, okay. And at that time, still didn't have a date. I asked her, was there a date? She just like, I know it's coming out soon, but they haven't announced the date for it. And so they just showed like a trailer and the game came out. And so I picked it up, and this was only $19.99 for it. So I'm playing that on Xbox. Played a game called Lynch, which is like kind of a 3D action adventure kind of game. Not like Zelda or anything, but just like a adventure game with some action in it. I seen it at PAX East this year, but never got a chance to play it. I ran into one of their PR people or one of the devs, and he was explaining to me, and I was like, oh, cool. They were just like, yeah, it's gonna be out in a few days. So when it came out, I ended up buying it. I really was trying to. He was looking at me, and I was looking at him. I really wanted to connect it with him and try to get an interview, like, and talk to him, but they were so busy. They had so many people at their game that I was just like, well, I'll check it out, and hopefully, like, if I see them at PAX West, I'll get a chance to, talk to them about that game. Picked up South by Midnight, so I'm also working on that. Really fun game, not too bad, anything. But I gotta say, Cyberpunk 2077 on Switch 2, man, I've been putting work into that game. Been doing a lot of the side stuff. I haven't even got to like continuing my main quest. Right now I'm at the part where they're doing like a body dream kind of thing, like sequence and stuff. So, which I did it on Series X. So I'm getting to where I kind of was at in a sense. But man, I had just been doing so much side stuff, leveling up. I've been treating the game almost like Doom in a sense. No, not Doom. Sorry, I've been treating the game like almost like Wolfenstein 2, the new one, last one that came out on Xbox and PlayStation and Switch. Do just like using my shotgun, straight blowing their legs off, and then when they fall down, blow them again, like the ragdoll different, the ragdoll stuff, and kind of taking them down, stealth kills here and there, and everything. Just really been enjoying it. So I really cannot wait to play more. And man, the Pro Controller still feels so good playing, using that when playing that game. And I'm just like, man, I'm glad that I did pick it up on Switch too. And then I'll go back and finish it up on Xbox later at another date.
Did you have you seen that tweet that's been floating around about how people are tweeting about how the Switch 2 Pro controller feels like essentially the second coming of Christ? And it's like the best controller since the GameCube controller. I'm like, did nobody use a Pro controller on the Switch 1? It's the same controller. It's like almost identical.
It is the same. I think it's the material on it.
I guess, but
yeah, I think it's the material. Because it has like that hard kind of shell, but it's like I won't say matte. Well, maybe a little matte. It just feels like it's a harder shell, where the Pro controller on Switch was a little shiny, little glossy kind of feel. But they both feel great. Like I could use them with anything.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just like, I feel like it's the same controller. Even the D-pad sucks still. Like, I don't know, man. Whatever. Nobody cares.
Each their own, Corey. Each their own.
Look, man. The D-pad's better, right? It definitely feels a little bit better, but like, it's the same controller, guys. You gotta relax here. It's the same. It's the same as when like people were freaking out about the Xbox One and Series X controller. Like, oh my gosh, this controller feels so good. I'm like, they barely did anything to it. They changed the D-pad, which I still argue the Xbox One D-pad is better, and they like tweaked the grips a little bit to make it more comfortable for people with small hands. And I guess like, okay, well,
right, because they literally just added like they added the circle part to hold like almost a D-pad in.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Yeah, I still think the Xbox One controller feels better than the Series X controller, but it doesn't matter anymore.
I could use either one. I think the Series X or whatever controller it is now, I think it's great for me. Still plays like the regular Xbox One controller, still comfortable with it. Like I said, it's great for first person shooters and everything. Like I like the Series X controller. But the Xbox One controller, I'm like, hey, playing that one, and then shoot, when like I said, when Destiny 2 came out, the difference was good. I'm like, oh, now I understand. Okay. Yeah, y'all came a long way. This feels so much better. Yeah. So, but everybody, that's what I've been playing with Power. I know we got some pickups. Corey, you have a pickup?
I have a couple. One is on my shelf back there that I started another collection, Ed, surprise. I started collecting the Lightning Collection Power Rangers toys, line of toys, the collectible toys, and I got the Red Ranger. The thing with this collection is there's only 7 of them, so it's not gonna be very big. At least of Mighty Morphin. I haven't decided if I want to get the Zeo figures or the Ninja costume movie figures or not yet, but the other thing I got, Ed, which is the real star of the show, and
Yes.
now I'm like obsessed with these, and I know why people get these now. But I got the Figma Good Smile Link figure.
So good.
So I only got the one. So there's two versions of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same figure in both packages, but like one comes with like extra accessories, like a bow and like extra kind of accessories, a glider, those sorts of things. And I think it comes with a bigger stand so you can pose it in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's the same figure in each thing, but man, this figure is really nice, Ed. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I ended up getting this.
It looks so
Because
good.
dude, it looks good. It's like a really quality build of this figure too. Like, it's not,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the Ninja Turtle one I got, like, felt kind of janky. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I almost feel like, no offense to NECA, I've bought up quite a bit of things from them, but some of their like quote unquote collectible figures,
Yeah.
I feel like they are trying to promote themselves as something that they are clearly not at this point. Like, your hard plastic toys that barely move do not count as collectibles in a lot of ways. uh, the quality is just not there to be kind of like a collectible, considered a collectible, right? Because like I'm getting the 1990 TMNT movie Turtles just to have and pose, and the one I got, and maybe I just got it from a bad reseller, but like I did get a lot of the Gears of War figures when they came out, and like I've gotten other things from them that just the quality just isn't there, so I'm gonna kind of lean both directions at this point.
Oh wow.
But like, yeah, I don't know, man. The quality of this is just astronomically higher than the Ninja Turtle figure I got from NECA. So, um, yeah, I love this thing, man. It's so cool. I can't wait. It kind of sucks because these figures are so expensive, and once they like sell out, they're sold out, right? And then you have to buy them off
Yeah.
of third party whatever's, and then it just becomes a whole thing. But there's like a great line of Fire Emblem ones. There's a great line of Metroid ones. There's a couple from Dread, a couple from the Prime series. There's a Zero Suit Samus one. Uh, a great, there's quite a few Xenoblade Chronicles ones now too, I think.
I'm assuming that they got a good business deal with Nintendo, like license wise.
I'm assuming because like they've been doing this line for Nintendo since like there's a Twilight Princess line, so they've been doing them with Nintendo for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a Twilight Princess, Link and Zelda. I'm actually kind of shocked they never made a Midna, but uh, there's a Link and a Zelda from Twilight Princess. There's a Link from Skyward Sword. Obviously the Tears of the Kingdom line. There's a Link Between Worlds line, I think. So I think it's just Link, but and then they also have those like Nendroid little kind of chibi versions of all the characters too. And some of them look weird, but some of them look perfect. Like the Astrobot one that they just put out, the Nendroid
Yeah.
Astrobot looks perfect. Oh my gosh. And the Sackboy they did for PlayStation a while ago looks amazing. But like the Zelda ones just look weird because they're not. It's the same reason I don't like Funko Pops, right? They just start to look weird when they're disproportioned in my eye, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like,
Oh,
I
that
don't know,
Funko Pop E3 show. Oh,
gears, gross.
I cannot wait for E Day.
Yeah, that game's gonna be cool. I wonder if Reloaded will come to Switch 2.
Probably not.
I don't know. I would have. I don't know.
I don't think Microsoft. I think that's something Microsoft don't have no plans. I don't think Microsoft had any plans to bring any like Gears or Forza or anything like that.
Well, they're missing out.
To Switch.
But these Figma figures. I gotta say though, some of these Figma figures, I would do it in an incognito mode. That's all I'm saying. When you go on eBay and search Figma figures,
yeah,
some questionable ones on there.
Oh,
there's a really cool Cosmos and Telos one though from the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 versions of them.
Cool.
I want those really bad, but they're like a ton of money.
Man, I may have to order that buy lift one, depending on how much it costs.
It's like the base version one costs like what, $75, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this one was $85.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, the one with like all the accessories and stuff, it was like $140.
Oh, I don't care all about that. I
just want it to stand here like this.
I just want her, the icon, the legend, the just serving sexiness, and this is like queen icon.
I hope they make some Engage ones. They never. I know that Engage is like not what people like. People didn't care for Engage, which is fair because I didn't at first either, and then I fell in love with it this year. Although I was listening to a Nintendo podcast a couple weeks ago, and they were saying that people Fire Emblem purists prefer Engage over Three Houses. So I don't know what to believe anymore, man. I just like what I like. Okay,
just give me Three Hopes.
Yeah, Shez will never be truly appreciated.
Dude, if they make a statue for Shez, I'm like, Corey, I'm ordering one.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I'll probably be like, I'll send you one for your birthday, but I'm gonna need Shez. Like, she gets announced, yeah, I'm gonna need her in a quick minute.
Mm-hmm.
She's just amazing in Three Hopes.
Yeah.
Just everything about Shez. I need to play that on Switch soon.
Sorry, there's a Figma. There's a Bayonetta one.
Ooh.
From Bayonetta 1. I didn't know that. That's cool. I looked up the Figma figures from Nintendo, like Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a Bayonetta one. That's cool. All right. Anyways, let's move on.
Right. Anything else, Corey? Yeah.
No,
I don't have anything. I did get my Read Only magazine. Shout out to Celeste and her team. This month is about friendship, or this issue is about friendship. Really great articles. So happy to support them. One Rat Tree. Check them out. Yeah. So I am reading. I will start reading a lot of it. I just been busy and everything, so I'm gonna be able to sit down probably tomorrow and just read a lot of those articles and everything. Super excited.
Nice.
So yeah, Celeste has an article about Norco. She interviewed the creator of it, and if you guys have not seen our
it's
Talk the Walk
episode.
Yeah, if you haven't seen our Talk the Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she interviewed them for our old 1v1 interview series as well.
Oh yes, nice.
Like way back in the day.
Yes. Oh yeah. So everybody, if you haven't seen our Talk the Walk episode about it, do check it out. about
It's, on,
Norco.
it's under the book club playlist, everybody, just so everyone's aware.
That thank you, Celeste, for introducing that game to me. Because man, I played it on Series X. I played it not Series X. I played it on Xbox One. Was it Xbox? No, Series X. I played it on. I'm sorry. And just fell in love with this game. I couldn't stop. I'm like, yeah, this may be this probably knocks out like Gree for best discussion on Talk the Walk. Snorkel was just so good. And then I was just like, please come to Nintendo Switch. And it never came. I'm like, oh, which reminds me, Disco Elysium is what I'm playing on also on Switch 2. I transferred it from my first Switch to the system. So I'm playing that. Yeah. So, well, Corey, how about we get into Family News? Take it away.
Oh, I guess we could. By the way, Yakuza Kiwami, for you Yakuza fans who haven't played that yet and want it on Switch or Switch 2, it's $13.99 on Switch right now. So, and I'm sure it gets a nice boost on Switch 2. All right, Family News, Ed. Here we go.
Yes.
Right now. By the way, Ed, I don't know if you saw in our private chat in this room, but I put the social media stuff you should be retweeting or posting or whatever they're calling it these days. All right. Let's talk about some Donkey Kong Bananza, because we didn't get to talk about this direct yet.
Yes.
The direct. What a direct, Ed.
Yeah.
The latest Donkey Kong Bananza direct revealed a bunch of different things, including the mysterious Odd Rock character. Spoilers, actually, Pauline. Shocking, because we saw that leaked image of Pauline, right? And everybody, Nintendo just went out and just pretended it didn't exist. Like they always do, like that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond poster that said out now, right?
Yeah, they fixed it.
Yeah. Yep. So Pauline will be joining Donkey Kong on his adventure. The game features some animal transformations, new villains called the Void Core, and various gameplay modes, including a local co-op with Pauline-controlled singing attacks, some online play, a cool photo mode, a mouse-based DK artist mode where you can kind of like, mold clay and then paint it, kind of cool looking thing. It also includes amiibo support with the new Donkey Kong and Pauline figure, unlocking special in-game bonuses like Pauline's Mario Odyssey outfit and explosive Kong letters. So all of the Donkey Kong characters, even the ones from the Smash set, unlock Donkey Kong stuff, and then all the other ones unlock giant things that you can throw, like giant balls that break stuff. So nice to see that amiibo aren't dead. They're just very selective.
Yeah.
I think the Donkey Kong Pauline one looks awesome. I bought it. So
for pre-order.
Yeah, it's up for pre-order. I bought it from Best Buy.
Oh, I have to put my pre-order in then so I can get them in the game.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about this Donkey Kong Direct, Ed? I'm like,
it really looks good. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. It has to come from the Mario team or the Odyssey team, because thinking about it, like with Pauline singing and doing music, I'm like, this was in Odyssey when like Odyssey had like a music and platforming kind of thing to it, in New Dunk City. Because was that also Pauline singing?
Yeah,
It's time to jump and stuff. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, I see, kind of see how where they're going with this, which is super exciting, and they do good. Nintendo does good with when they're mixing platforming and music together, and everything, as a theme in a sense. But yeah, this one looks like it's going to be tons of fun, tons to explore. You're going to have a health system, so I'm assuming you're going to find like maybe bananas who are like heart pieces, like the Zelda. Um, so it's go. I feel like it's gonna be more of a action adventure, but more of an adventure game than just regular platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna. I feel like this game. You look at all the ways, like even the way like Donkey Kong throws the chunks, right? That's what they're calling it, the
Mm-hmm.
chunks that you can rip out of the ground and kind of surf on, and like even the way they spin looks like they're spinning Mario, like Mario's hat is spinning, right? Like when Mario throws it in Odyssey,
Yes.
and like how vibrant the world is, how like just it looks like a follow up to Mario Odyssey in every
Mm-hmm.
way, but Mario being there, right? And so, I mean, if this isn't the Mario Odyssey team, like, what are they making? You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. Uh, if it's not the Odyssey team, but
Because
to me,
yeah,
it's very clearly the Odyssey team.
because I think the next Mario game, like if it's 3D, um, I feel like that's 27. I don't even feel like it's like
I mean, I think it's
coming
farther than
anytime
that.
soon.
I think it's farther than that, unless it's
I
like a unless it's a 3D world follow up from someone else.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I know this. I know that the who is it? It's not R&D. It's the other one, EAD, right?
EAD, yeah.
Like I know that is a big section of the studio, and I know a lot of like they're essentially can make 2 games at a time through that channel, but like also,
Because that
this game
I
just looks amazing.
EAD, I think does a lot of the Mario games. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the Mario team essentially.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, this game is incredibly impressive, and uh, I don't really know what else to say. It's so
I
impressive,
I
dude.
I I will give it to Nintendo because I'm now thinking about it. They made a summer game, like a game that, to me personally, just fits for the summer. Like yes, you can play Donkey Kong Bonanza any time throughout the year, but I'm like, I feel like this is a great summer game that you just pop it in, have fun, find everything, explore, be able to talk it with friends. Definitely a great road trip game to take out, take with you. So I think Nintendo knocked it out with this game. Hopefully it gets some great reviews. Hopefully it does great in sales and people really really enjoy it and love the creativity to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I know you can do this because some people who played it confirmed you can essentially do this, but like tearing the world down all the way to the like to nothing essentially, right?
Yes.
Because it seems like the worlds are completely destructible, and I wonder what mechanic they have in there to like reset the world, right? Like, is there like a reset banana? Is there a Red Moon Zelda situation, right? Like, is there one of those? Um, so yeah, I just wonder about that, but like also this game is like super intimidating of like, am I gonna have to like dig through the entire world to find all these bananas because you know uh, but I also think like aside from like the digging and all that kind of stuff, like I think the costume aspect is really cute and fun.
Mm.
um and they give you different buffs, right? And I think that's really cool. So they kind of have a little bit of the Zelda esque thing in there. I really, really think that this game is gonna do something extremely, extremely special. And I think I'm glad to see I'm glad to see that this is Donkey Kong taking center stage, essentially. Not that I don't care about Mario, but Donkey Kong has been so left in the dark almost in a way. But I think with Donkey Kong's popularity in the movie and them in Donkey Kong being Nintendo's kind of first standout character in terms of video games, and I'm just really happy that Donkey Kong is getting some light shown on him, because Donkey Kong is a cool character, and this version of Donkey Kong looks really cool. I'm really happy that they're making a true 3D platformer that's not Mario.
Yes.
So we do have a question about this game, Ed. So we might as well talk about it.
Okay.
Jonathan Hollinger writes in via email, which you can also do, nintendopowblock@gmail.com. It's a real email address you can send things to. People still email, right?
Yes.
Jonathan Hollinger writes in, "Hey there, Pow Block team. I just found the show since I got my Switch 2 and was looking for more Nintendo pods to listen to on my commute to work. I am really excited to see more Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I wanted to know what your thoughts are on the game. Looking forward to your thoughts. Thanks." So we've kind of given some thoughts, but what do you think about the enemy design in particular? Because there are some very detailed looking enemies in this game.
It has more of a cartoony look to them and everything. I mean, because of the art.
Do you think these enemies look cooler than the bunnies from Odyssey?
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh man. That was kind of a joke, but also kind of a dig at those enemies.
Yeah, but yeah, I think
they look cool too. I was saying, I think they look cool too.
I think it's, because of how they're going with this style. It's just very creative, very platformy. And it's designed with the enemies and stuff. So I think they're cool.
Yeah. I think the boss mechanics are going to be really interesting. I think what they showed about fighting bosses, some of them you can literally break apart and break down because they're like mud monsters or whatever, right? I think that's cool. I really think the weird superpowers are cool too, like turning into the zebra or the ostrich or a Goku Kong. I think that all looks really cool and seems to be it. It's nice to see some transformations again, especially from a 3D platformer perspective, because obviously Odyssey didn't have the transformations. The transformations were that you threw the hat on something and it became the mechanic, right? But Mario didn't really turn into anything.
Yes.
So it's nice to see that kind of thing come back. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to play this game.
It makes me think of a little bit also of New Super Mario Brothers 2, where you had to collect all those coins when they just went coin heavy with it. It kind of feels like this, but with destruction for exploring, while still giving you that kind of 3D action platforming feel to it. Because because definitely it's, I won't say that, well, this is something that I think Astro Boy can never be, in a sense. And that's not a dig to Astro Boy or anything.
You mean Astro Bot?
Astrobot, yeah, Astro Boy goodness. Which I still love the anime. Um, Astrobot. Like I think this is just this is something. I just think that's going to separate Nintendo from Sony. With platforming games and everything. And this is not a dig to Astrobot or anything, because Astrobot has set its own path and got Game of the Year. So no hate on my side, but I think there's something about this that Nintendo is only teasing us just a little bit until the game comes out, and then we see stuff that they haven't even shown or revealed to us. To be like, oh, this is a cool concept and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, so Donkey Kong Bananza comes out on July 17th. It's a Thursday. It's only 2-3 weeks away at this point, so pretty excited, and I'm looking forward to what everybody thinks. We're gonna hopefully have some gameplay up of it on YouTube soon after the game comes out, so you can check that out when it does. I've got some other gameplay things going up this week, hopefully, from some of the games that are already out, so you can check that out soon as well, hopefully. Trying to do more YouTube-y things to try to gain some eyes. A lot of the Switch 2 games, though, look really good. I'm impressed. Also, if you want to learn more about the functionality of the Amiibo, which was announced during this, Stephanie wrote a really good article over on bossrush.net, kind of saying what the Amiibo does and how it works, and what the other Amiibos do as well. So if you want to know what it does, go to bossrush.net and you can learn more about it. Let's move on to the next news, Ed.
Yes.
So Nintendo's president, Shintaro Furukawa, has apologized for not being able to meet Switch 2 demand, which is insane because it has sold probably 5 or 6 million units at this point, probably more than that.
They've been showing new consoles in stores and stuff. They'd be like, well, here's our restock.
Yeah, there's a ton of Switch 2 restock accounts popping up everywhere. This is where you can find it. This is where it's restocked. It's right. So at Nintendo's 85th annual general meeting of shareholders, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw, Miyamoto again was elected to be the representative director of Nintendo. Shocking. President Furukawa apologized for the ongoing shortage of Switch 2, admitting that initial demand far exceeded expectations. Obviously, they had 2.2 million applicants in the first lottery sale alone in Japan, which, if that sounds like a number that you wouldn't understand, the original Switch had less than 300,000. So that should tell you everything you need to know. Many consumers, including some shareholders, have still been able to purchase the console. This is all over in Japan, by the way, too. This information around here, but you can kind of apply it to around the world, I think.
Yes.
Furukawa emphasized that the company is working hard to improve production and refine the lottery system based on feedback. He also highlighted the importance of Nintendo accounts and fostering lasting customer relationships across hardware generations. Yeah, I mean, the Switch 2 here seems relatively, I mean, it's still hard to get, but you're more likely to walk into a store and find one here.
Yeah.
And instead of it's not a Wii situation, right? It's there's just everybody wants one, and Nintendo's trying to fill it as fast as possible. And obviously it sold a ton. So I'm still surprised at how much it sold, and I knew everybody wanted one. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you feel about this, Ed?
It's it's amazing because of course people made videos that they weren't going to buy the system, blah blah this and blah blah that, and then they end up trying to get one, and they're now complaining that they can't get one. The scalpers are mad because no one's buying it from them. Because when it came out, it was like ready, available. Nintendo had enough copies at that time for people who wanted to just go in and buy it, who didn't get a pre-order or anything. So and we kind of expect this definitely with um the tariffs and stuff coming on, that Nintendo wouldn't probably be ready, probably making sure that the stock that they have, they're able to get it in just in time before anything happens. It's good that he did apologize, and it was probably out of his control at all to do anything. So at this time, I think people just keep a lookout. Keep Walmart might be getting some, Best Buy might be getting some. Like just if you have some kind of app, or you follow like Wario 64 and them on Blue Sky, or even Twitter, like continue to follow them so that you can see when new systems come out, so you'll be able to get to the store and buy one. That is the best bet. Or if you're on the list and you get the heads up, and you can order one and go get it, I say to do that. I think by the time we get to Black Friday, there should be enough systems out and available for you to purchase. So just give it time. Nintendo is good about supplying more consoles. It may take a while, but they're going to make sure that, all who want a Nintendo Switch 2 will be able to get one.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like as more games start coming out, it's going to be harder to get for the first few months too, right? Like I feel like some people that weren't like into Mario Kart, right, maybe held out on buying one, and once like Donkey Kong comes out, and obviously Metroid Prime 4 will probably be a huge push, and Pokemon, like I feel like you're going to start seeing these things get harder to find, actually.
Yeah.
So anyways, what's this? Is this breaking news? Oh, nope. Don't care. It says one of 2023's best games is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. I got excited, but it's just Dave the Diver. Nobody cares.
But that was
a lot of people care. Yeah. I mean, people care. I just don't. All right, Ed. We have a ton of stories about potential third-party ports. So I'm going to read through. We have 4 stories here.
Okay.
So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to read through them all right now.
Okay.
And then I think we can probably have like a general discussion about these 4 games in particular. And kind of talk about the real possibilities about them one by one.
Okay.
So, story number 1 out of these 4. Square Enix hints at a Final Fantasy 16 release on Nintendo Switch 2. Square Enix may be hinting at bringing Final Fantasy 16 to the upcoming Switch 2, according to a recent livestream where producer Naoki Yoshida and creative director Kazutoyo Mahiro noted Nintendo Nintendo as, quote, the only platform left. While this has sparked speculation about a possible port, the company is currently focused on launching Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated on Switch 2 this winter, alongside Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles in September. Final Fantasy 16 was recently launched on Xbox Series X and S after PS5 and PC debut. This article says that it has had slow start in sales on Xbox, but it's actually sold like over 1 million units on Xbox. So I don't know, not that slow to me for 2 weeks.
So they did confirm it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody probably saw a tweet somewhere and they're like, told you it wouldn't sell on Xbox. So that's the first game. The second game, Korean developer Shift Up says nothing to confirm, but we'll see about a port of their action game Stellar Blade on Switch 2. Korean developer Shift Up has responded to rumors about a Stellar Blade port for Switch 2, stating that, quote, nothing has been confirmed. The speculation began after the studio employees were gifted Nintendo Switch 2s as celebration and growth, selling over 3 million units across PS5 and PC. This is of note because when they were developing this game, all the employees were gifted PS5s. The game came to PS5. When they were making enhancements for PS5 Pro, the entire studio was given PS5 Pros. When there was a PC version, something with the PC version happened with the studio. So people are speculating that because they were gifted Switch 2s, they're going to be developing this for Switch 2. We'll get to that. Third story, Ed. Lies of P celebrates sales milestone with 3 million units with bonuses, vacations, a 2-week bonus vacation, and Switch 2 consoles. So obviously speculation has begun on a Switch 2 port. Despite a tough year for the gaming industry, developer NeoWiz, I don't know why that says that. That's wrong. Developer NeoWiz is celebrating major success with 3 million units sales with Lies of P and its new DLC Overture. As a reward, the publisher NeoWiz is gifting every team member a Switch 2 along with a $7,300 bonus, cash bonus, and 2 extra weeks of paid vacation. While there's no confirmation of a Switch 2 port yet, fans are already calling for one. Originally released on PS5, Xbox, and older consoles, the acclaimed Souls-like RPG was praised for its quality and combat and unique dark story on the story of Pinocchio. NeoWiz says that they have nothing to say, quote, at this time, but sees the want for a version on Nintendo's new hybrid machine. Last story. Claire Expedition 33 port to Switch 2, more possible than ever. Quote, the game's strong performance changes everything. Claire Obscura Expedition 33 has become one of 2025's biggest hits, earning critical acclaim with a 92 average on OpenCritic and selling over 4 million units. Amid its success, Sandfall Interactive CEO Guillaume Brochet recently expressed interest in a potential Switch 2 port, stating the game's strong performance, quote, changes everything regarding future plans. While no port is confirmed yet, the studio sees growth opportunities, especially when given the Switch's history with RPGs. In the meantime, Sandfall is focused on refining the game, recently releasing a major update that included bug fixes and major adjustments, including a nerf to the powerful Stendhal ability. Dang it. Come on. So these are the 4 games that people are talking about making their way to Switch 2. Here's my stance on this overall. I think everyone who owns a Switch 2 and loves playing games on the go and doesn't want to buy a Steam Deck right? Or a ROG Ally or something. Wants everything ported to Switch 2, right? And I think every little pocket of these fandoms are a loud minority of championing these ports to Switch 2, right?
Yes.
I'm one of those. I would love to see every single one of these games on Switch 2. I think some are more likely than others. With that said, I would love all these games to come to Switch 2. Specifically because I prefer to play that while I'm watching something or doing something else, or I just am interested to see how third parties support the console and will buy third party games on the console, because it's rare that we get it a comparable version. And I think Cyberpunk and Yakuza 0 kind of prove that. Cyberpunk specifically has become the poster example of what a third party game can look like and run like on the Switch 2. Obviously CD Projekt Red has the resources to optimize it and try things and patch things and whatever, but still, it shows that a game that didn't even run on Xbox One and PS4 can now run on the Switch 2, so I think I don't know what is your overall take, and then we'll go through the games one by one.
Okay, so yes, I think everybody. I think all those businesses knows, all those developers know that. Oh, we're seeing people who want our games on this console. We've seen how much money these other companies have made because their previous games is on older hardware for Nintendo. Let's get to programming and see if we could get these games on the Switch 2. Because we already know if we could get those games physical and not a game key card, because that's a whole different discussion, they know that they're going to get some good sales out of it, which is going to make more money. Now, Stellar Blade, though, excuse me, I don't see that happening on Switch 2, because I feel like that is something that should be on Xbox and not Switch.
Well, PlayStation is the publisher. It won't come to Xbox because PlayStation won't put anything on Xbox. So if it goes somewhere else, it's going to be Switch 2 because it's already on PC as well.
Did they publish for PC? Sony did?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The title screen says PlayStation Studios on it.
Okay. Because the game originally was supposed to be coming out on Xbox for Stellar Blade, but it was a different design.
Well, it was called Project Eve at that point, right? And I think it was actually announced for Xbox first, actually, as Project Eve, and then Sony went in and funded the game, and I think the game's changed a little bit since they announced it, but I think now that Sony is publishing it, it's not.
Yeah. So, Stellar Blade is a questionable one right now, because if that game was going to be coming to Switch, Sony would give it to Namco Bandai to publish it, because it feels like Bandai Namco is the company that is connected to Sony, Nintendo, between Sony and Nintendo. So if they want their games on Switch 2, but they don't want to publish them, let's go with a third party. Let's go by through Bandai Namco to get it published.
Yeah. Although one of their games is not being published by Bandai Namco and it's coming to Switch, PlayStation is publishing it. I don't remember which one it is.
Was it that remaster strategy game?
I don't remember what it was.
Because I had just seen it. I think they have dropped a new trailer for it. Freedom Wars?
No, Bandai
Oh no,
Namco
Freedom
actually
Wars.
did publish.
Yeah, Freedom Wars. They actually did that. Yeah. That I don't know then, because I know Patapon and Patapon is being done by Bandai Namco, and
Yeah, I think maybe it's Hot Shots.
yeah, Hot Shots is coming through Bandai Namco, I think.
But regardless, I
Oh,
think
which is
so.
weird because that's Camelot. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't. I think, man, the weird thing though, man, I feel like the weird thing about. I'm trying to look up Hot Shots. So okay, I'm on the Hot Shots pre-order page. No, it says Bandai Namco Entertainment. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I still feel like I just feel like the type of game that Stellar Blade is. Like, I know we got Cyberpunk and everything, and I know Stellar Blade will probably run fine on the Switch 2, right? Like, it'll probably just run perfectly fine. I just feel like those high stylized action games, people want the high frame rate over the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think that that's something that the Switch 2 probably can't deliver for these types of graphically intensive games, because let's be honest, the Xbox Series X and PlayStation can barely do that, if they can, right? I mean, look at Final Fantasy 16 on base PS5 and Xbox Series X, right? Like the performance mode on Series X, it runs
Mm-hmm.
a locked 60 frames a second, but it only runs at 720p, and it's upresed like it's so, the checkerboarding upres to 1080, but it only runs at
Yeah.
720 or 900p, right? So I would imagine it would be something similar to that, uh, if it came to Switch 2. Um, but overall, like, I actually think a lot of these games would, or all of these games would probably sell well on Switch 2 if they did come over. Uh,
Yeah.
I think the only game I heard wasn't selling well on Switch 2 was Yakuza 0. And it's because that game's been out for 20 years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I wonder if that game will have a long tail. It's also $50, right? I feel like that should have been a cheaper title. No offense, but uh, just because of how long that game's been out and where it's
Yeah. I
available
mean,
for, like, it's like $7 on Xbox right now. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you're gonna go pay. You're gonna do that. Plus, it's on Game Pass. Plus, it's on PlayStation Plus, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's that old Nintendo gets a third party game years after, and it's obviously not the Switch 2's fault, but like,
Yeah.
and Yakuza Kiwami on Switch 1 right now is $13. Like, if you're gonna buy a
And I
Yakuza
think
game, you're not gonna buy
I
that.
think yeah, because I think people are just waiting for a sale for Yakuza Zero.
I'm
I
sure.
think
Yeah.
once that game goes sale, people will buy the physicals if they're still interested in the series,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least.
Yeah. Well, people are, apparently, if you looked at Sega's financials leak today or yesterday.
Oh.
I mean, Yakuza is selling like hotcakes, so
Right.
All right, so let's go through these one by one. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with Final Fantasy 16. So, just to kind of preface this conversation, Square Enix has released a lot of games for Nintendo Switch. They're planning on releasing the entirety of the Final Fantasy 7 remake trilogy. I think it's a trilogy, right?
Yeah.
On the Switch 2, they've already committed to that. They've already said it. It's coming. They're planning on releasing more high profile games on the Switch 2 because they want to be multi-platform as much as they can. I don't know if Final Fantasy 16 is more or less graphically intensive than 7 Rebirth, at least. My gut says yes, because it does run on the Steam Deck, although they would have to optimize it because I've heard it doesn't run well on Steam Deck in a way that people like would really like it to. I think the Switch is, I mean, the Switch 2 is definitely more powerful than the Steam Deck, and it's kind of geared toward that anyway. I would say yes, but not anytime soon would be my answer.
I think this would be a digitally only game key card kind of title.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
So I think if people want it, they're going to have to accept the fact that you're going to have to get the game key card. Because there's some people who want to be straight purists in their thing. I'm like, no, you have an option. If you want a physical version of this game, even though it might not be on it, it's going to be the game key card. Other than that, just buy it digitally if it can. My concern is on how much space it's going to take. Because if it takes up some good amount of space, I'm going to make y'all better make sure y'all SD Express card, have some space on it. So that would be my thing.
Yeah, I wonder. So hold on, let me look up the file size.
And plus I would want to see if it does get announced, is it going to be at Tokyo Game Show first before they say anything else about it? Or will it show up in a Nintendo Direct? And if it does, I think that's a game that won't be out till next year. Because they just released the Xbox version.
Yep, and the Final Fantasy 16 file size on Xbox Series X and S, according to the Best Buy listing, includes the base game and DLC, 170 gigs. So
it's great, and it's trying to compress all of that to fit on the Switch.
I mean, fitting it on the Switch is not going to be a big deal. It just depends on if people have space or not, right? The file sizes don't matter anymore, in my opinion. It's the optimization of the game, essentially.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll see.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get this. I've been meaning to get this on Xbox.
Same here.
And I've just been doing too many other things, and there are other games I want to play, and I feel like I almost feel like this is one of those games like when the Thanksgiving sales start rolling around.
That's when I was going to
be the first, one of the first ones.
Yeah, because I like side tangent, like the Outer Wilds and Outer Wilds 2. Like I kind of want to. I think I have the Outer Wilds digitally. I may have it physically.
You're talking about Outer Worlds?
The Outer Worlds, yeah. Not the Outer Wilds. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could have Outer Wilds too, but
yeah, the Outer Worlds. I true. I do want to play the Outer Worlds because I want to get. I kind of want to check out the second. Since that's like kind of Microsoft's next big thing. But I think I think Final Fantasy 16 is going to be like probably like a big sale thing for Black Friday for Xbox.
Yeah.
And that may be expansion pass like later on in the year. How is the Black Friday going to look for Switch 2? Or just look for gaming in general.
They can't do the Mario bundle anymore. Or the Mario Kart anymore. Right. Maybe that'll be the Switch bundle. Maybe that'd be cool if they continue to do that.
Because I think like Xbox and PlayStation this year are going to have a lot of great games to choose from, physically and online. But I want to see like what Nintendo's going to do, because that'd be very exciting if they like pushing more Switches. And there's enough for people to get one and get them ready for Hanukkah or Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate or not.
Yeah. Oh man. Good times, huh?
Yeah, because Assassin's Creed Shadow, Assassin's Creed Shadow might be like about $10 by that time.
Yeah, maybe it will be. Although it'll be out on Switch 2 for 70. So man, I keep forgetting that Star Wars is coming out in September too for the Switch.
And I gotta buy that.
Let's see here. Let's move on to Stellar Blade, Ed. This is the one I would think would be the least likely out of this list to come over.
Yeah. I don't think this one's gonna come over.
I would love it to. I've been wanting to play this game. I just haven't. Mostly because it never goes on sale. And it's only on PlayStation, and I hate turning on my PlayStation. I don't know why. I just don't want to play my PlayStation ever.
I watched a playthrough of it. And there's some repeated bosses in everything. It's so like not much really changes. I don't feel like Stellar Blade needs to be on Switch 2. I just don't feel like there's no reason for it. Xbox,
I think
yes,
it would sell great. I feel like it would sell really good on Switch 2. I don't know. I feel like there are definitely certain games that I feel like definitely, like, obviously third-party games benefit from being on the platforms in terms of performance and stuff, theoretically, right? But there are also games that I just think don't need to be on in a handheld capacity, right? Like, I feel like this is one of them. I just feel like there are a couple, like there are definitely like games that, like, stylized action games for the most part, right? Like, as much as we want DMC to come over to Switch 2, like, I don't even know if that would benefit, or like even Devil May Cry 5 to an extent. Like, I don't know how much people would get out of that, you know,
right?
Like, what would people even get out of that at this point? Because it performs so much better everywhere else. I would just be kind of, concerned that it just wouldn't be what people wanted it to be. And I don't know. And I think there are higher expectations for third party on Switch 2 than there were on the Switch, obviously, because of the performance parity, essentially.
And I would kind of feel like this, personally, is, of course, them playing around in Microsoft's face if they put it on Switch 2. But I'm like, I think people going to feel robbed if they can't get it on their Xbox. And do something what like Kojima did with Death Stranding. Like, Sony published it, but then when it came to other places, 505 Games did the publishing. And I think that if Shift Up was going to do that, then just like continue to let Sony sell it digitally on that way, and then let someone else publish it on Microsoft or Xbox.
Yeah, and I don't get me wrong. If it came to Switch 2, I would
play it. I would get
buy it. Like, I think out of the 4 of these games, this would be the one that would A, be the least likely to come over, and B, like, be the one that people would ask why, in a weird way. So
to me, it'd be on a technical level and everything. It wouldn't be anything. I don't care about, like,
I don't even know if it would be a technical level thing for me. I just think, like, I don't know. I just feel like it
doesn't offer anything new. It's just it has such a paint by numbers formula to it, that it wouldn't even offer anything new. It would just be like, okay, pay this game. This is our game, but now running on this console kind of game. There's nothing new. There might be all the DLC. It may be a definitive version, but I'm just like, what is this? What's going to happen is that your people will get this game, play it, And then if because I think Shifter said that they are planning on making part two to it. To
They are.
Solar Blade.
They already confirmed they're going to try to
They
get it out by
confirmed it.
2026.
Okay.
Which is a
And
quick
so
turnaround. But
yeah, they would use their first game. Yeah, if it attracts people on the Switch, they'd be like, yeah, we got a follow up, and if you want to play it, you got it on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And people would be like, well, we don't want to do that. We want to play it
on camera again.
Sorry, Brandon. We want to play it on our Switch. So if you do it, if Sony does that, then they're gonna have to make Stellar Blade literally a third party style game. And it comes out on everything the next time the sequel comes.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I think I really wonder how this is gonna end up working, essentially. But that's a discussion for another time, I guess. It's
and the thing about it is Sony's gonna be slick about it. They'll put it on Switch 2, charge like $70 or whatever, but then drop the price on PC or on their console so they could get the Nintendo community to, if they want to, at a lower price or a cheaper price, they could play it on their console. But that depends if they own that console or have enough space on their PC to even do that.
Yeah, sure. I guess yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think Stellar Blade is a surprise to people that it I don't know. I feel like people aren't surprised that it sold well because it's clearly this game has a lot of assets people enjoy. But I feel like people were kind of surprised at the quality of the game based on the studio's history of what kind of games they make.
Yes.
And I think they could probably build off of this in a really interesting way. It definitely has Nier Automata vibes, right? I mean, the studio director loves Nier Automata, so like there's no like it's obviously a clear influence to the point where they literally put 2B in the game.
Yes.
As DLC to play as. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think this is the least likely to come over, but also it still might.
That would be the crazy thing if Shift Up talks to Platinum and Platinum talks to Nintendo, so they can all three work on something, work something out.
Maybe. I think I think that, man, what I would really love is if Square or Platinum went and like gave us a Switch 2 version of Nier Automata.
Oh yes.
Because they updated the game whatever we talked about the 7th anniversary and they were talking about the sales numbers, they put out an Xbox update to where the game runs at 60 frames a second now on Xbox. And I wonder if we could get like a new edition for Switch 2. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of new editions, Ed, we just talked about this game's sales numbers, and congratulations to that team. NeoWiz's Lies of P.
Now this I see coming to Switch. This would be something.
I do too. Here's why, Ed. So Dark Souls Remastered, I don't know on Switch if it blew anybody out of the water, but I think they're gonna see Elden Ring and that new game that From's putting out on Nintendo. What's it called? The Duskblood, right?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna see that there is a real hunger to take Souls games on the go, and this genuinely seems to be the one quote unquote Souls like that's not a Souls game that people love outside of Dark Souls and Elden Ring and the other ones. And people are so excited for Elden Ring on Switch too, right? Like people seem to be so excited. And I mean, I will probably, man, we don't have time to get into it right now. I want to like Elden Ring. I was like, it's the same thing every time I play a Souls game. It's not that it's difficult. It's just I kind of get bored because I feel like I'm doing the same things to grind out and kind of wait and then grind it out. And I don't know. Yeah. But I do still have the itch to go back to Elden Ring because I do enjoy the combat, like the sword combat and stuff. So we'll see, but I'm interested to see what the Switch version looks like and runs like before I go back in. But I feel like this is the one that people want to see here, especially because they just added all those new difficulty modes of like, there is a less hard mode. I don't know if I wouldn't call it an easy mode. That DLC is out, right? People seem to really like it. The dark, twisty Pinocchio story that I think has been hinted at that it leads into something else entirely that might happen in the sequel. And I just like to see studios like, I mean, NeoWiz is a relatively small new studio, right? Yeah. I like to see that those types of developers get a win. And to me, this feels like a no-brainer. So,
I mean, the system has the power to do it. So, if it could get more people, you know, if we could find a new audience and get more sales to it, that's going to help them fund their next game.
Yeah.
You know, I actually was thinking, side tangent, Corey, that Atomic Heart, I feel like that's a game that might come to Switch too. And wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come on that system.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too. I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways, continue with what you were saying. I kind of
that was pretty much it. Just I was just thinking Atomic Heart because I was watching when I seen the Summer Game Fest and they announced Atomic Heart 2. I'm like, you know what? The first game, did that come to PlayStation or just Xbox and PC?
I assume it would have come. No, it did come to PlayStation because I've heard PlayStation podcasts talk about it. So yes, it did come.
Okay, to PlayStation. So I think that's a game that would kind of do well on not Series X, on Nintendo Switch 2. You know, I think if anything, that'd be a game because I know it did mighty well. You know, enough to get them a sequel. Excuse me, but it had its problems and stuff. I think that would be something that would probably get more people into that series and stuff. And plus, the Switch 2 don't have that many first-person shooters or anything like that. So, Atomic Heart could take advantage of that space if it released on Switch 2.
Yeah, and I think that's why. I honestly think that's why Cyberpunk did so well. Is like there aren't really any shooters on the Nintendo platforms, right? Like it's, you know, it's what is it? It's Cyberpunk. It's you know, I know they said we're going to get Call of Duty, but even on Switch 1, it was like the Metro games, right? And Crisis. Yeah. I mean, Borderlands was that entire trilogy was popular on the Switch 1 because there aren't any shooters, right?
And Borderlands 4 is going to be like right now that would be the leading shooter outside of like Cyberpunk or anything.
Yeah, and I actually think I'm going to get it on Switch 2 because I'll be more likely to play it, and like we could probably play it together and do the whole press C to chat thing, right? Like that would be fun, and
which I still haven't found out yet.
I don't think any of us have, but it's okay. It's there. We'll try it, I guess. So yeah, I just think I think that I think Liza P would really fill that niche that isn't really widely available on Switch or Switch 2. And people could grind stuff out on the go. Like they can. I think that's the big appeal too. Is like, okay, I can play it in handheld mode to grind stuff out, right? And then I can play the big action moments on TV, right? Or your monitor or whatever. That's the appeal for me. I mean, that's what Zelda's appeal was for me, right? Like I loved playing like, oh, I got to go find these resources. I'm going to go hunt down some weapons. I'm going to scan my amiibo. I'm going to do all this and that. And then I would play like the big boss moments or the dungeons or the story moments on the TV, right? Like that was the appeal, and it was awesome. I love playing like that. I love playing any RPG I play on Switch like that. It's why I'm really excited for the potential of the next game we're going to talk about in a little bit. And so like, and I also think that that's the appeal of Elden Ring also, right? Since we're on Souls.
Yeah.
Like it would be much easier for me to pass or think it's less boring for some reason to grind in handheld mode and then go play the bosses on TV. Right. That is so much more appealing to me than trying to do it all at once, because I can grind and fight and stuff while I'm watching TV or spending, somewhat of time with family or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, so anyways, I don't know if you have anything else to say about Liza P, but the last one I think is the most likely to come over.
Yeah. I'm not okay. Just to make sure everybody, I think Final Fantasy 16 and Stellar Blade has a possibility to come up. I feel like Liza P is a definite that will come, and Expedition 33 I feel like that will come. So it's just half and half right now.
Yeah. Speaking of Ed, let's talk about Expedition 33.
Okay.
The Sandfall Interactive developed, Kepler Interactive published turn-based RPG that people have fallen in love with this year, including me. Not Ed. Ed hates it. He said at the top of the show. He said it's the worst game ever. It's fine. It's too French for Ed. I'm just kidding, Ed. I think this is the most likely out of this entire list to make it over, and I think it might make it over. I bet it comes out on the 1 year anniversary of this game next April. I don't think you're going to get it soon because porting games takes a while, right? And they got to optimize it, and I'm sure they want to have those quality of life updates in it before they sell the game on Switch 2.
Yes.
But dude, if it's sold 4 million units on PC and PlayStation, because I assume everybody who played it on Xbox, except for like the 10 people who don't have Game Pass, played it on Game Pass. Like, this game's going to sell 4 million units on Switch 2 by itself.
If they do a physical, it's going to sell more.
Yeah. And if they do a physical and if the game is on the cartridge, can you imagine how well that's going to sell? I'll buy it again. Shoot. I already bought a physical. I bought it digitally, and then I bought the physical because I loved it so much on Xbox. And then I turned around and bought that Monolith edition. That won't be until January.
Everybody's going to be, or most of the players who on the Switches are going to definitely be trying to get the pre-orders in. So that's good money. Like if I was Best Buy and I found out they was coming out, be like, okay, we need to get a pre-order in. We need to get a sensitive. If they pre-order with us, they get this thing. Like if they said get a pre-order with us and you'll get a physical soundtrack free with the game, and they did it at Best Buy, dude, that might someone's gonna crash one of their websites, and I would be
Mhm.
shocked if it does it.
Yeah. Dude, if this gets a physical, like, I don't even know what you're gonna have to do to stop me from buying it. Put me in the ground, I guess.
Now,
It's
oh, go ahead.
man. Oh, I was gonna say, man, I'm like, I think about I think about this game like I think about Breath of the Wild, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I think about this game like once a week. I think about the characters. I think about the potential for what's next for this series. I think about, you know, the characters and what possibilities could happen. Like, I think about this game constantly to the point where, like, I I wish it was longer, right? Because you can kind of mainline this game in like 25 or 30 hours
Mm-hmm.
and not even bat an eye, right? Especially because uh you know, you can kind of, when Act 3 rolls around, you can kind of go straight to the final boss without doing anything, essentially. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can. Uh, so like I this is one of those games. Ed, when was the last time me finished a game and then turned around and instantly started replaying it?
Fire Emblem
Have I ever done that?
Engage.
Have I ever done that?
Fire Emblem Engage.
No, I didn't do that.
You finished. I mean, how engaged you was with the game, and
Oh
then
no, I'm
did the
saying,
DLC. Oh,
yeah,
doing
I played the
something.
DLC.
So doing something like New Game Plus, no, I
Yeah,
don't, because you normally don't do RPGs, and you wouldn't like once you finish a game, that's it. You know,
that's my point. I instantly turned around and started playing
the
this game
last.
again.
Oh, actually, the last time you did do it, even though this is not New Game Plus, was definitely Hellblade 2.
Oh yeah, I did do it for Hellblade 2.
Because you did it to get all the achievements, but like you were, like we were taking such a back on how amazing and great this game was that you just like, yeah, I'm playing this again so I get all the achievements and everything.
Yeah, yeah, that game was, man. I love this game, Ed. I I wonder if, like, my hope that it comes to Switch 2 is more than the reality, but like, I mean, I could probably name 10 people that we know would turn around and double dip or buy it again for Switch 2,
Oh, a lot of
right?
people would.
And I bet some people would even be waiting to see if a Switch 2 version does come out anyway.
I literally would not be surprised by November this game is out. If not November, it will be in a Nintendo Direct. Nintendo, and will be crazy not to have them in a Nintendo Direct,
Mm-hmm.
because that's
Yeah,
going to generate more sales and revenue for Nintendo and for this team.
yeah, man. They this is a special game and a special studio, and I think everybody at least needs to try to play this game. You know, especially when you figure out and find out what the game is really about. Like,
Well, I mean, for a game that's already is being considered as Game of the Year winner of 2025, and even if it doesn't get that title, this game is going to be this is a monumental game for a lot of people. Like it's already sold up as the best game of this year, and
mhm.
nothing else is going to beat it. Or right now, the only game that is giving it a run for its money, even though the Metacritic is different, is Death Stranding 2. That's
Mhm.
the only one that's giving it a run of its for its money. But right now, it's still Expedition 33 for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I wonder if you know, obviously Death Stranding is like a, it's a
Which
Kojima whatever, right? But like,
Which
the first game is on sale on Xbox right now for $19.99. I might actually play through it.
Yeah, I have it on Xbox too. Which now, if Final Fantasy 16 really wants to make it on Switch too, like really, if they could get it, if Kojima and 505 Games said that, yeah, we're bringing the first Death Stranding on Switch,
yeah,
I would be like, oh, if they're bringing it and this game runs good, like even though it might be like the PS4 version or whatever, like really runs well, then everybody's gonna be like, yeah, if 505 Games and Kojima Productions to do it, then Final Fantasy 16 needs to be on Switch too. Stellar Blade needs to be on Switch too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, I'm still that person who wants every single game to come to Switch or Switch 2, right? Like I still am that person, but I also like I just want the games to, when they do come over, to be optimized and make sense.
Yes.
Because it's a little of course this is just games media in 2025, but it's alarming that people are like taking these third-party games haven't sold well on Switch too. It's like the system's been out for like 2 weeks. Relax.
Right.
And like some of these games are games that people have played 2 or 3 times across 2 or 3 generations. Like Yakuza 0 came out on the PS3. Relax.
Right.
Cyberpunk obviously doing well, but like relax. Hogwarts Legacy has a $10 upgrade, so if you own it on Switch, you probably did that instead of bought the full game. So relax. Hitman's been out forever. That's a game you probably want to play on TV and not in handheld mode, essentially.
And it got like 7,000 versions of Hitman, so pick and choose.
Yeah, so like, I wouldn't quite judge the third-party sales after 2 weeks of old games, but that's just me.
Because at least Switch 2, and a lot of those games are selling. Because I'm sorry, Xbox and Sony, when Series X and PlayStation 5 came out, the argument was, where are the games at? And B, everybody was playing all of their old games because of the updated performance.
Yeah.
And the games that actually came out on Switch 2, like, not many people, they did okay in sales, but still nobody was talking about them. Yeah. Nobody was talking about those games. Cyberpunk 2077 was getting trashed for years.
Yep.
Now look what I was doing and everything.
Yeah. You know why? Because it was optimized for the system, and they finally put the work in on the other consoles to make sure that it worked before they put it out on this one. Right? So, yeah. That's, I don't know. It just kind of bothers me when people are kind of like that, but
what can you do?
Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of it for the news, Ed. I think that these would all still sell really great on the Switch 2.
The sad thing about it, Corey, I would buy all 4 of them.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like there's no answers to bust. Even if they were game key cards, even if they were just all additional, I will buy all 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only hesitation for me would be Lies of P, because I'm not into Souls games, but also like maybe I would like this one. It's always that I'm not into this genre, but maybe I'll like this one, right? Like that's the whole
yeah,
thing. And I do think it looks interesting. I do think like a story focused Souls game would be pretty good in my opinion. Like
I was about to say, and I would pay $50 for this if it was like the whole complete version. Like you get the base game and a DLC and maybe some other stuff, some cosmetics or something. If they set the price for $50, I'll buy it.
Yeah, So I mean, I just think that it's gonna be really cool to see these games running on Switch, like in a more optimized way than like the Steam Deck, right? Because like I mean, obviously all these games are on PC and they run on the Steam Deck, but like some of these games aren't optimized, you know.
Right.
Plus, like a lot of people, and the Switch 2 outsold the Steam Deck in like 3 days. So, you know, not everybody has a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally or whatever these other things are that are out.
Right.
So, all right, let's get into Pack Watch.
Pack Watch. Yes.
I hope these games will be talked about in Pack Watch in the coming year. I'll give them a year. All right, Ed, there's not very many games coming out. But still games that are worth talking about. And I got these straight off the eShop Nintendo store, so you know, I did not miss anything. I skipped the AI slop. So yes. Anyways, on 6/30 on June 30th, we have a game called Ascendant. Ascendant is a dungeon crawler with heavy roguelike elements. I'm out. You will encounter 3 challenging biome-specific enemy types as well as a new boss on every floor. Open soul chests to acquire items and magical attributes. Many of these items synergize with each other to create more powerful combinations. On 7/3, we have Airy Titans of the Future. Soar through a breathtaking futuristic world in Airy Titans of the Future where nature and technology blend in a mesmerizing landscape. As a graceful bird, you'll glide effortlessly through high-tech cities, towering robots, and vast mechanical structures. Uncover the mysteries of uncovering. Oh my gosh, can I read? Blech. Uncovering the mysteries hidden within the advanced world. Wow, man, I can read, everybody. I promise.
Words.
I swear.
Words.
Yeah. Airy Peace of Mind 3 is coming out on the same day. An interactive game experience that is designed to relax your mind and soul. You jump into the role of a little bird, explore beautiful landscapes, and collect magical crystals that mark certain landscapes. And last on 7/3, Polybridge 3. Polybridge 3 is a puzzle game where building bridges is key. Get vehicles to their destination by testing your engineering and problem-solving skills. Suspension bridges, drawbridges, multi-level bridges, crazy almost bridges. Bridges. So those are the games coming out. Next week is the clear start of summer gaming. You know, with next week we'll be talking about Tony Hawk. We'll be talking about there's a ton of games coming out next week, so we'll get there.
Yes.
All right. Here are updates to games you could be playing right now on your Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo Switch system, as Nintendo says. Nintendo has released Mario Kart World version 1.1.2 for Switch 2, featuring course selection adjustments in random mode and fixes for various gameplay issues, including recovery delays and wall collisions. We have a question about this, Edward, from our very own David Lasby in Discord. Thoughts on the big Mario Kart World update that has everybody so angry? I don't know. I didn't know people were angry about this. I think I missed it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think they changed some, like, the way that course selection works in certain game modes, but like, I don't know. It seems, I don't know. What are your thoughts? I guess update me on what's going on.
Okay. Because
Okay.
like No, because like David posted the he posted a story. And so here it goes. He says, if you guys are following this, players wanted online races and 3-lap courses, but most were single lap race to destination competitions. So you kind of go like race to race. Players were choosing random because it would default to traditional 3-lap races. Nintendo changed the settings so that it no longer does this. People are furious. And so instead of, you stay in a certain section for 3 races, because that's what people wanted, 3 laps, Nintendo took it out and made everybody, if you finish a lap, you go to the next destination. And that was it. No, so and Nintendo had continually showed this and be like, this is one of the things with the races. So people are mad about that. And my response to David was, and the people can't do anything about it. Oh well, what's for dinner?
Okay then.
So y'all mad because y'all can't do 3-lap races, even though the game wasn't designed to do that. They was making you go from one place to another place to another place because that's what it was intended for. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, y'all be mad about that.
People are mad about everything, Ed. Don't you know? Don't you know? Speaking of games getting updates, Ed.
Yes.
Nintendo's released Splatoon 3 version 10.0.1, addressing bugs affecting the game's performance, multiplayer maps, and Splatnet 3, while restoring gameplay speed to match version 9.3.0 after slowdown issues were reported. This patch also optimizes the game for Nintendo Switch 2, which I think is the most exciting part for people. I re-downloaded Splatoon 3, Ed.
Woo!
I think I'm going to give it a whirl.
Yes.
I also re-downloaded Splatoon 2 because I would like to finish that campaign that I never finished.
Yeah, same here. I need to finish the Splatoon campaign.
Let's see here. Nintendo's released Super Smash Bros. Ultimate version 13.0.4, fixing minor issues with Mii fighters and resolving online connectivity problems between Switch and Switch 2 players, as well as ongoing efforts to improve backwards compatibility for Switch 2. Cool. Nintendo has released version 2.0.0 of Super Mario Party Jamboree as part of its broader effort to update major first-party titles for Switch 2, addressing multiple bug and gameplay issues to improve overall performance and user experience. It seems like this is also the version that's going to be playable on Switch 2 once Jamboree TV releases for it later this year. This month. Forgot Jamboree TV comes out this month. Like the week after Donkey Kong. Dude, July's so packed full of games. I don't even know what to do with myself.
Dude, October is a nightmare.
It's all nightmare, dude. There's too many games, not enough time, not enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I want toys. Nintendo has released the first notable update for Welcome Tour on Switch 2, upgrading the game to version 1.0.1 and addressing several issues to improve gameplay. Okay. To celebrate its first anniversary, Capcom will release a free DLC in July for Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, featuring the Yasichi Waves Mazo Talisman, which adds 8-bit style music during certain gameplay moments. That's cool.
Yeah.
And last but not least, said the Chained Echoes DLC, Ashes of Erant, launches on August 7th, 2025, featuring a new region, over 40 new enemies, a new character, and expanded story content set just before the base game's finale. Ed, Chained Echoes came out in 2022. I forgot. I just totally forgot that this game even existed, even though I kind of liked what I played.
I just wish this game was balanced better with this difficulty.
Yeah, well, you know.
Dude, I still got to get the Sea of Stars DLC.
Yeah. Sea of Stars, man. A game I wanted to like, and I just couldn't get into it. Maybe I'll give it another try soon.
But good for Chained Echoes. A lot of people who beat it and everything really did enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope. I really hope that this does well because, I mean, it is an indie game. There have been a lot of indie games of similar ilk come out after it, so like I really hope that it does well enough for them to stay. You know, I don't know what their financial situation is at all, but sometimes I worry about these studios who try to do something bigger than they can handle, and so yeah. Anyways, that's those are your updates this week. There's one new game coming to Nintendo Switch Online. That is Super Mario Strikers for GameCube. I bet this is another one of those games where David is sitting on the edge of his seat, itching for Sluggers to come out. Right? I can feel his like nervous tapping on a desk or pen clicking or like, you know, refreshing Nintendo Switch Online every 10 minutes. Where's Sluggers? Give it to me. But yeah, it's fun. This is I think a lot of people are excited for this to come out. I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised that a multiplayer game would be one of the first games out of the gate.
Yes.
So that gives us three multiplayer games and one single player game on Nintendo Switch GameCube edition online Switch online. What do we call it? Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah,
plus Expansion Pass, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, Nintendo GameCube. It is quite a mouthful. No new game trials yet, but they did add Yoshi's Story from the Nintendo 64 to Nintendo Music. So if you need something to fall asleep to, that Yoshi music, man, that would be it. So, all right, Edward, let's get into question block.
Question block.
Remember, you can send us questions via Discord, Patreon, social media, however you want to get it to us. Hopefully we can kind of standardize that in the next couple weeks, because there's a lot of places to look and I would rather really just look one place, but we'll figure it out. Discord would be ideal, but I know people don't like Discord. Some people don't like Discord, so, and the Nintendo audience isn't really a Discord audience, so we'll figure it out. You can also email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com or leave comments on the previous episode's YouTube episode, and we'll get there. Our old friend Mark Pereira,
welcome back, Mark,
aka the Mark Knight via Discord, writes in and asks, now that Mario Kart has tackled open world, which Nintendo franchise should take the jump next?
I
mean, I've always said like Kid Icarus needs the Breath of the Wild treatment, but more of a vertical game than a, like, you know, kind of almost like what Tears of the Kingdom did essentially. But I'm not going to say that's not going to be my answer this time. But I don't know what my answer is this time. So, Banjo-Kazooie. Man, where's Rare Replay on my Switch 2, Microsoft? Come on, I want Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie HD. Don't give me this N64 stuff. Come
on. Let's see. That has an open world. That should tackle open world. Well, I mean, we got the Zelda's already done. Mario could do it in the sense, and And that's
Well,
their
they've been experimenting with that, right? With 3D
Mm-hmm.
Bowser's Fury, right? That was pretty open world, but it was a smaller space, I guess. So um but
You
yeah,
know,
I think Mario's the next obvious answer.
I would love to see a Wario game
Oh jeez.
that has an open world kind of thing. It's like, and it's about, you know, you got to destroy different businesses so that your business could be the only one running. Um, so you got to go to like different corporations and maybe do some mini games or whatever, or try to like sneak in and find out, you know, what thing is keeping their business alive that you can take, you kind of can take to your shop, and make it work for you and make it seem better than the competitors and stuff.
Hmm. I guess, man, there are so many Nintendo franchises. I don't even know what
I
you could. I
Everybody's
mean,
probably like Earthbound. Earthbound could be one in the
yeah,
sense.
I thought about it. You could probably do some sort of Earthbound style thing. I also think like you could finally bring Golden Sun back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a traditional JRPG. Like Nintendo doesn't really have that traditional turn-based RPG anymore. I mean Fire Emblem sort of, but if that's a strategy RPG, like um and Xenoblade is kind of half turn-based, half not, right? It kind of has that almost like an MMO feel where you can kind of walk around and kind of queue up what you're doing, right? So
Yeah.
uh I mean that would be a really cool way to bring that franchise back.
I'll be down for it. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else Nintendo even like owns that would make
Hmm.
sense. I mean,
Had to
I think
had to tow open tractor.
oh god. Could you imagine just traversing an open world that slow all the time?
Oh, good googly
Oh my
moogly.
gosh, it would drive me nuts, dude.
No, he would probably have like a moped or something. That's
What
what
if
I
they
think
gave
he
him a
would
jet?
do.
What if they gave him a jetpack?
Oh, yes.
It'd be awesome. Um, or like a little mine cart, but it was like you could drive it around.
Oh, that'd be nice. Like different parts have the case
Mm-hmm.
that you could go
Yeah,
in, and when you get in, you see you get minecart stuff. Yeah, I could see
mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. You know what else? Honestly, I would like to see, and I know people are going to get angry when I say this, but I don't care. Almost like a over the shoulder third person action shooter, open world Metroid game. Um, Almost like I want to say a cover based shooter, but that's not what I mean. More of
Mm-hmm.
like a
But that is over
al-
the shoulder.
almost like and you can make it cool, like the action be sort of like Vanquish almost,
Mm-hmm.
but still emphasize exploration while having a lot of cool combat moments. Man, what if Platinum made a Metroid game? Ed hates that idea. Um,
Yeah, I'm sorry they can't do it. Just Mercury Steam.
let's look. Let's just make Star Fox Adventures 2 and get it over with.
Yes, from the developers who made the one flying game.
I gotta. Man, I'm really like. Why can't I think of Nintendo IP right now? My head hurts so bad. Nintendo franchises. Let's see. Oh, an open world Pikmin game would be cool. That Splatoon Raiders might be open world. That's going to
That's
be
what I'm
so
thinking of.
interesting. We haven't talked about Splatoon Raiders yet, have we?
Mm-mm.
Hmm. I don't know if there's enough to even talk about, but that seems really interesting way to go.
Exactly.
Um, Open world Mario Party. I'm just kidding. Please don't. I have to play Mario Party the rest of my life with my kids. I don't want to. Let's see. I have a list of IP open. I'm just trying to scan here real quick to see. They already did Pokemon as a kind of an open world, right? That was the last one.
Yeah.
Other series owned by Nintendo. An open world 1080 snowboarding would be cool. Like an open mountain kind of, almost what Ubisoft did with Steep. That would be cool. Mm. What if they just made 1080 snowboarding Steep with Ubisoft?
What about,
oh my gosh, it'd be awesome.
That would be,
or like went to EA and said, hey, can we borrow your SSX developers that haven't done anything in 20 years? We'll do that.
Diddy Kong Racing 2 could be open world.
Yeah, the problem with that though is like they literally just did that with Mario Kart, and 90% of the characters are owned by Microsoft.
Oh, for Diddy Kong. Oh yeah.
Let's see. Open world balloon fight. Let's see. Wait, this other series owned by Nintendo. They own the cruising games? That's not right.
What, the one from Midway?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense because that new cruising game just came out. Like what? Cruising Blast came out.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's questionable. Oh, you know what they could do, Ed?
Which one?
So they could do a Forza Horizon style game with the Excite Bike, Excite Truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would. Ooh.
Oh man, if you so cool.
And if you could, because the thing about it is that, like, if you could custom make even your tracks or just add open road and everything,
yeah,
while mixing in something like if you like take some of the stuff that you learned from Game Builder Garage and mix it in with that. Oh heck yeah,
yeah, dude, that would be cool. That would be awesome.
Excite.
I would take that.
Excite World.
I mean, yeah. I mean, essentially, you could call it Excite Bike World almost, but like you could show off, like, oh, we have rally trucks and you know buggies and almost almost Smuggler's Run style. Remember that game?
Oh heck yeah, Smuggler's Run. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, Smuggler's Run was awesome. I loved that game.
Was it an arcade game too? Or was it just console first?
I don't know. A rare non GTA or Red Dead Rockstar published game on Nintendo.
Oh wow, yeah, that is true.
Well, Smuggler's Run 1 and 2 were only on PlayStation 2, but Smuggler's Run War Zones, which was I think kind of an amalgamation of both games, was on GameCube. So,
okay.
Let's see. Star Tropics.
No, because you got to get a lot of people to even try Star Tropics to remember that game.
I know. But that's kind of that would be that would be my answer. Would be Excite Bike would be cool.
Yeah, so Excite Bike for you, Wario for me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else worth mentioning here. An open world duck hunt game.
No,
that might be fun.
that would end up being like a cover based shooter.
Yeah, Ever Oasis. Remember that game?
When I seen that game, I pre-ordered it, and when it came out, I quickly went and brought it.
There's a lot of franchises here that they own that only have one entry, so I'm going through that list real quick. I don't really. Oh, Pandora's Tower, bring that back.
Bring the original one back.
Yeah, dude, Pandora's Tower. Man, that game only sold like 10 copies on Wii, but that game was so cool.
Just you have to pre-order to get it. And
it was so good, man. I love that game. Lost it in a fire. Rip. I think that was one of the games I was playing when my apartment burned down.
Oh no!
I think that was the game that was in my Wii that melted. Oh man, that was scary. Yeah, I don't see anything else here. Dylan's Rolling Western could be a really cool, like Jack and Daxter style platformer. That would be cool, actually.
That would be good. Yeah.
All right, I don't see anything else here. It's catching my eye. The last story, bring that back to.
Yes.
Give me a Mistwalker HD collection.
Yes.
It's literally just Blue Dragon, like all the Blue Dragon games in the Lost Odyssey in one pack. Oh, no, Ed, you know what they should do? They should bring back Devil's Third.
Let's move on to the next question.
Open world Devil's Third game. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that game was worth so much and it's so bad. That's definitely one of those games that people just want in their collections to say they have it and never play it. Oh, dude. I bought it when it came out. Like I pre-ordered it just to have it.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, they were touting it as like the next game from who was it? Itagaki that made that did it. And like,
that was like his last game, and he's disappeared.
Yeah, what a disaster. All right, let's get on to the next question. Oh, that was only our first question. Dang. Sam Hall writes in, "Hey guys, how do you feel about the Switch 2's launch so far? Hardware, games, and availability?" So we kind of already talked about availability.
Yeah. With the launch games, I enjoyed it. I mentioned Cyberpunk being great. We talked about Breath and Tears of the Kingdom still selling like hotcakes. People are picking up old games or playing Nintendo first party Switch games on Switch 2. And it's just been very positive in the reception and everything. So like for me, I think it's great. If I had to give this a grade, I think I would probably give it an A-. I know that seems high, but I'm like, the improvements to the system, the way the games feel on it, the Pro Controller is amazing. It feels really good. Even the weight of the system, speaks money. So love the way that the control port for your games and stuff, just how it pops out. Still doing Bluetooth. I haven't heard anyone use the Pro Controller headset just yet or anything. eShop is like really fast. And it's kind of being redone and it looks really great for it. So I would give it an A- for the system.
Yeah, I think the hardware is much improved over the Switch 1. Although a lot of people are taking this like the screen is terrible thing.
Yeah.
Digital Foundry did that like screen tech analysis or whatever, and they said it wasn't as good as Switch 1's screen at launch, but also like it's a different screen and whatever. To me, I'm not going to say it's excusable, but it's understandable, I guess. The eShop, I mean, again, a lot of quality of life improvements over everything that probably should have been done on Switch 1, like the eShop functioning as a real store. That's much improved. I really like the Pro Controller. I think the Joy-Con 2s in a controller harness kind of feel much more like a controller than on Switch 1. Mario Kart, and just to do the games real quick, Mario Kart is like, I like Mario Kart. I like 8 better. I still really like Mario Kart 8 much better than World. Um, it's not that I don't like World, but and I've been
Mm-hmm.
on record 1,000 times saying that like I'm not a huge Mario Kart person, like
Yeah.
in terms of the series. I like Mario Kart DS, 3DS, and 8. Those are the games that I like. All the other games can just kind of be thrown away and recycled and turned into new games.
Uh,
I think Welcome Tour is interesting in terms of like the mini games are fun. Learning about the system is cool. There's a lot of stuff in there that people who pay attention to technology kind of already know. Um, third party stuff isn't what I've played of the third party games is super impressive. I think Street Fighter is really impressive. I think
mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk is really impressive. Uh, but to me, like there wasn't like that killer game that I wanted to play. Donkey Kong. I mean, as excited as I am to play Donkey Kong, even right now, Donkey Kong isn't that game for me. Like I think I am waiting. I'm waiting for that game that's going to be like, yes, I'm, you know, and I don't know which game that's going to be. Maybe Donkey Kong will be that game. It kind of just feels like a better Switch, a better piece of hardware that I can play my older games on, which I'm still doing, right? And I am
Mm-hmm.
happy with that. Like I'm happy with just that. It's exactly what I wanted it to be, and I'm happy. Um, I'm not one of these people that says Nintendo needed to have like 10 first party games at launch, right? I
Yes.
do wish they would have had something to complement Mario at launch. And I think they were counting on the third party games to do that, which Cyberpunk clearly seemingly has done that. And Hitman to an extent. Those, as far as I have seen, those are the two best selling third party games. And obviously,
Yes.
like the indie games that have come out since launch, people are buying. But I would give the hardware an A minus. Um, it when I hold it for a long time, it cramps my hands oddly enough. Um, in a way that Switch One really didn't, and I don't really understand why. If my wrists are just bent different or what, but like my hands start to hurt after a while when I play it in
Mm-hmm.
handheld mode. Um,
Which I
it's
haven't did yet. I haven't played
yeah,
the handheld or tabletop yet.
yeah. So I oddly find myself playing it more in tabletop mode with the Pro controller when I'm laying down
Okay.
watching something, instead of holding it. But uh, yeah, I don't know. I think the in the terms of the launch games, I think Mario Kart is very good. I
Mm-hmm.
think it. I think it did what Mario Kart needed to do to differentiate itself from past entries.
Yes.
So, just because I'm not as high on it in terms of games I like to play, I think it did do what it needed to do. I would probably give the launch a B plus, A minus. Um, I think the accessories are great. I think the Pro controller um, feels like the Pro controller, a nicer version of the Switch One Pro controller. Like it definitely feels higher. Like you said, the way it feels, right? Literally, the texture of the controller feels nicer. Feels more sleek and high tech. Like I am not. The only thing I wish is and I'm sure they will at some point, but the Pro controller has the white sticks or the gray sticks, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the black tops on them. I wish they had a pair of Joy Cons that did that, that had that.
Mm.
I think the color, like the way the device is shaped and the way it clearly wants to look like a high tech or a quality piece of tech, like a high quality piece of
Yes.
tech.
Yes.
I really think the colors really dumb it down. Um, obviously, this is a device mostly aimed for children, but like a lot of people between the ages of 20 and 40 are carrying this around too, right? So, so I just I wish they had an option for the white sticks like the Pro controller. And when they come out, I will be buying them for $95 plus tax. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the Switch 2 hardware in games. I would give it a B plus, I think. Okay, definitely a great launch. Also, like I think obviously Zelda was such a huge push for that original Switch at launch, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't have that, right? They had Mario Kart, which is what a majority of normal kind of gamers want, right? Like the Mario Kart's the game that gets the general audience, and that's what Nintendo wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I think what was missing was the hardcore gamers game, which would have been Zelda. And I think they were hoping that Cyberpunk or Hitman would have done that, or Yakuza would have done that for them. And I'm not sure if it has yet. So we'll see.
Yes.
Our next question comes from Stephen Myers. Hey, Pow Block Wrecking Crew. A new nickname, Ed. Wrecking Crew.
Thank you.
We already have Elite Block agents.
Yes.
Well, Ed's really the Elite Block agent.
No, everybody is an Elite Block agent. Elite.
I have a simple question for you both. If you could cross over any two Nintendo franchises, what would they be?
I know we answered this before.
I feel like we've answered this before, but oh well, we'll do it again. Who cares?
So let's see. I think I will cross Hotel Dusk Room 112 or Hotel Dusk with Detective Pikachu. If we're trying to get a little bit more action packed, I think we definitely would have to do like Metroid and Bayonetta. With them, because the way that they kind of have their fighting styles, and everything. Yeah. Let's see what else.
I mean, I still think like some sort of Zelda Fire Emblem makes a lot of sense, or Fire Emblem Xenoblade makes sense. But what would be cool is if all three of those franchises crossed over and you made like a massive RPG out of it, like a like almost like an action RPG, or like a kind of like Xenoblade combat, or even Zelda combat. But like that would be kind of cool to see, or like a tactics, like not like a full on strategy RPG like Fire Emblem is, but like a tactics RPG, like Tactics Ogre or Final Fantasy Tactics or something.
Yes.
I think that would be really cool.
Let's see. What is that sushi game?
Sushi Strikers.
Sushi Strikers. Yeah.
What a game. What a game.
Sushi Strikers and that Kirby Cafe game. Or was it Pokemon Cafe? I think it was Pokemon Cafe.
Pokemon Cafe. Yeah. That's that weird free-to-play game on Switch, right? Man, some of these games I'm just like, I have no knowledge about some of these games whatsoever. Which is fine, I guess, but still.
Taking your sight bite with Splatoon.
Oh, gosh. Man, Splatoon. What a What, man? You know what, Ed? Arms and Punch Out.
But that's
I mean, that's an easy one.
that's an easy one.
What?
But it would definitely work.
I mean, yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I just want fun games. I don't care. It's fun to see fun characters cross. I mean, that's the Smash Brothers fantasy. Everybody just wants Smash Brothers for everything at this point.
Wrecker Crew.
I really.
I was gonna say Wrecker Crew and Mario Maker.
Oh gosh, Mario Maker. I mean, yeah, that seems. Yeah, that's I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess.
Rhythm Heaven and what is the workout one for Switch with the belt?
Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit Adventure and Rhythm Heaven together. So you have to dance while using the Ring Fit to stay on beat and stuff.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
They did say he did say Nintendo franchises, so it don't have to be all on Switch.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like Gyromite with Rob. Like,
yeah, why not? Give us a new Rob robot that plays games with us.
Gyromite
and way more sophisticated at this point.
Gyromite and Game Builder Garage together.
I mean, Rob would be probably the perfect companion for that game, right? Like almost like a here's a suggestion or like a tutorial type character.
Though in Animal Crossing and the cardboard stuff. For extra fun.
Would it be extra fun?
Who knows?
What a time, huh? What a time to be alive.
Yeah. Astro Train now. Astro Train the Bayonetta would be a good one. The all kick its tail.
Yeah. 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 Bayonetta. That's a series we need to get back to and play through. There's so many things, man. I'm so far behind on so many franchises. It's not even funny.
What about Yoshi's Island and Pikmin? Like the Pikmin visit Yoshi's island with all the other Yoshis and stuff.
Yeah, I could almost see Pikmin fitting into any franchise and just doing the Pikmin thing in that world, right? Like, oh, we're on a Metroid planet. Let's go build a spaceship out of Metroid parts.
I'd be like, Advance Wars with Pikmin. What the heck?
I mean, yeah, sure. Military parts probably make a good rocket ship.
That is true.
I mean, not to have dark humor about it, but I mean, there's a lot going on in the world right now, Ed, that it's probably a lot of scrap metal laying around.
Yeah.
So, yikes. Oh, anyways, our last question, Ed, comes from our friend Deshaun Malone. How do you think the next 3D Mario should evolve?
How it should evolve?
Yeah.
Well, of course, going back to the collectible stuff. I think the only way that he can evolve is different level designs. Like you don't have to do just all element designs and stuff. You know, maybe you have some environments that deals with history. You know, maybe you go back and do areas that like have that Paper Mario style or something. I think you would just have to change up the level design for Mario because you can't really evolve Mario. Whether you add like the cat suit for 3D World or the hat in Super Mario Odyssey, you kind of just gotta like let's keep him just a regular third person um Mario uh design and then just fit something around that's just different levels and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you know what I was thinking about the other day, Ed, is I was thinking a lot about a retro style Mario game. And this isn't how it should evolve, but like literally name it Super Mario Brothers 4 and make like an
Yes.
8-bit. And I've thought about this a lot over the years. It's because I saw this photoshopped image of Mario in like some sort of snowsuit at some point, and it said Super Mario Brothers 4. And I was thinking, and it was done in the Super Mario Brothers 3 art style, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool? And this was like at the height of like the pixelated indie games coming out, like Shovel Knight and N Plus, and all these Braid and all these kind of 2D platformers, and a lot of them were pixelated and pixel art kind of things going on. I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if Nintendo saw the popularity of this and just said, everybody knows we're the masters at this. Let's just make a huge new 2D sprite based Mario game and call it Super Mario Brothers 4.
Wasn't World was 4 though?
But it's not called 4, it's called World.
You want a number Mario Brothers?
Yeah, let's make it Mario Brothers 4. Just throwing that idea out there. But the way that 3D Mario games should evolve, man,
Right.
I really don't know what they do at this point except go full open world, which I don't know. I they kind of is exactly what Donkey Kong is doing, so I'm not sure how much that makes sense for Mario. I guess Donkey Kong's not open world, it's open hubs, right? But still, like, I feel like that's essentially what Donkey Kong is doing, and I would be worried that people would not. I don't know. An open world Mario game. I still feel like the only 2D platformer that I played that made sense in that capacity was Jack and Daxter on PS2.
Oh wow.
Dude, I really loved that first game. I hated the other ones, but I really loved that game.
That'd be funny if it's some Fire Insomniac players, workers, end up coming to Nintendo to work on the game.
Yeah. Anyways, I think the next obvious step is open world, and like obviously trying to find new powers and new ways to traverse the world, I think would be the next step. Like something similar to the bee suit in Galaxy, or I don't know, maybe try to find a way to make the Tanuki suit work, or the cape from Mario World work to traverse, or bring back the wing hat from N64. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know how you make that work without people just comparing it to older Mario games at that point. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. And I think you would have a better time talking about this than me because you're the Mario guy here.
Yes.
So
I gave my answer, so
yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, Ed, we did it.
Yes, we did. I don't have any final thoughts. Did you have any, Corey?
Not really. I just everybody out there, just enjoy the week, have a good week, and play some games, have some fun, and work hard, but don't work too hard, and just enjoy yourselves.
Yes. Well, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. If you join us live, follow or subscribe to the channel you're watching if you haven't done so already. If you're watching us on YouTube later, like the video and leave your comments with your thoughts on today's topics, or leave one of your own we can discuss in a future episode. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, consider leaving us a 5-star rating and a review. You can support Boss Rush on Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network at a tier that's right for you. You can even follow for free and gain access to our best shows on one feed. Thank you again for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Woohoo!
Goodbye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, Retro Stoy, and Christian S. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.